This is Ada Cougar Football, presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
Ready!
Brought to you in part by First United Bank, Ada Nissan, CTS, T&W Tire, Wild Rose Place, Carter County Dodge and Hyundai, Vision Bank, Roma Italian Restaurant, Laser Zone, Hilltop Dodge, Simmons Bank, Great Plains Kubota, State Farm Agent Don Carpenter, and Vinton Ford. Now, let's go live to the action with the voice of Ada Cougar Football, Kenny Morrison.
Welcome to Noble Stadium in Ardmore, Oklahoma. It is opening night for the Ada Cougars. The 2022 season is upon us, and we're excited to bring it to you here on Ada Sports, KADARadio.net. Kenny Morrison alongside Trey Kindley. Man, what a night for football. A beautiful night here in Ardmore. This great rivalry starts tonight, that renews tonight in the start of the 2022 season. And again, we are thrilled to be with you as the Cougars open the season tonight. Ardmore's already played a game. They had a Week 0 game, winning last week. We'll get to that in just a moment as we go through the pregame show. But the 111th year of Ada Cougar football starts tonight. Bringing my partner this year, Trey Kindley, as we sit here in the booth. And Trey, it's sure good to be here as the Cougars have looked forward to this. It's been circled on the calendar under second-year head coach Brad Osteen.
Yeah, I heard an interview on the way down. It's a bounce-back year and a bounce-back game following last year, 27-0 Ardmore. So we want to start fresh, start new, and build from this game forward.
You know, the Cougars in the last couple of years have not found the end zone against Ardmore. Be shocked if that doesn't happen a few times tonight. This is going to be a Ada team that's going to be pretty talented in the skill positions.
Yeah, one of the best in 4A in the skill positions, maybe in the state. It's going to come down to the trenches. A lot of experience coming back from last year where we had a lot of young guys that played at the end of the year. Two sophomores starting on the offensive line tonight, one senior, two juniors. So we got some young guys, but they did get some experience last year, and I'm looking forward to that, to give CJ time to get the ball to the receivers and the running backs.
Yeah, and a year under Coach Osteen's weight room program, the off-season training, and his system getting instilled with these guys. I'll tell you what, they are excited. I did practice yesterday, and they were flying around, even though there was no contact day before game. Of course, they just couldn't the run-through, but they were excited. Talked to a couple of the players out there, and man, they just couldn't wait to get here tonight.
That's something that I noticed in both scrimmages, although we didn't show a lot vanilla, which all schools do, but the intensity was there, and that's something that you don't turn down, and it was definitely high intensity in the scrimmages. I could tell they're ready to play. They're tired of hitting each other. They're tired of it not counting.
Yeah, it's going to count tonight. A 5A number 9 team, Ardmore. Cougars not ranked the preseason in 4A. Our broadcast crew this year, myself, Kenny Morrison, Trey Kindley, Bridget Velarde on the camera on the outside, and Jeremy Marr is going to be our statistician, although Jeremy's having to sit across the way tonight. But we'll still have good stats for you just because of some space limitations here to get everything set up here from Ardmore. You can, of course, hear the game and watch the game all season long, video streaming at www.kadaradio.net. And you can also, of course, find it at adasports.net. Either place you can pick up the broadcast. Hope you stay with us all season long. This is the first of 10 regular season games, and then hopefully the postseason on the back end. This is Ada Cougar football at Ada at KADAradio.net. We've got the Coaches Show coming up after this break. Trey Kinley had a chance this week to sit down, and I appreciate Trey last minute because of my unavailability at the last minute, being able to go and sit down with Coach Osteen on Thursday morning, and Coach will give us some insight about tonight's game in this 99th all-time meeting, Ada and Ardmore. What a storied rivalry. Coach Osteen's interview coming up after this break. Again, you're listening and watching live at KADAradio.net.
3 miles east of Ada, Wild Rose Place is the perfect venue for your special event. Their 5,600 square foot facility includes 2 large indoor event areas, full kitchen, bride suite, groom's dressing room, and outdoor event area. Wild Rose Place is the perfect place for your wedding, prom, family gathering, or corporate meeting. You can rent the facility or have it decorated with one of their customizable decorating packages. Visit wildroseplace.net and let Wild Rose Place make your event unforgettable. That's wildroseplace.net.
Hello, I'm Keith Frazier, store manager at T&W Tire, 500 East Main here in Ada.
And I'm Jamie. We would like to remind you if you have any tire needs, whether it be farm, ranch, tractor trailer, or your personal vehicle, we can help you pick out the right tire for you. We also offer 24-hour roadside service and can change your oil, put on brakes, shocks, or align your front end.
We are your authorized Michelin tire dealer with dozens of other tire brands available. T&W Tire, not just a tire store, but a whole lot more. Call
332-5145.
There's maroon, gold, black, white. They all have things in common. School pride, friendly competition, bringing home the win, and the full support of Laser Zone Family Fun Center. Head on over to celebrate that win. There's bowling, laser tag, an arcade, mini golf, and more. Laser Zone is where the school spirit is splat.
Ada Cougars. We at Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai are some of your biggest fans. We know that you're not only excelling today on the fields, but in gyms, on stage, and in the classrooms. But you are also going to be tomorrow's great leaders. Embrace it and enjoy it. From your friends, neighbors, and automotive experts, Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai in Ardmore. Remember, if it doesn't say Carter County, you paid too much.
Simmons Bank presents Banking Made Easy. With our powerful mobile banking app and online banking, at the touch of a finger, you can make deposits or pay bills, view account balances and transaction history, keep a close eye on your money with helpful alerts, even customize features just the way you want them. And with our contactless Visa credit and debit cards, you can just look, tap, and go. Convenient banking from Simmons Bank. Easy, fast, and secure. Learn more at simmonsbank.com/easy.
When it comes to delicious, you can't beat Roma's Italian Restaurant. And the service starts with a gracious host the moment you walk in the door. Start with their unforgettable garlic knots and butter. Order the lobster ravioli, homemade lasagna, or baked ziti. Maybe you're hungry for a pizza pie, calzone, or stromboli. Enjoy a mouth-watering ribeye, chicken fettuccine alfredo, or chicken piccata. But whatever you do, save room for the dessert. Roma's in Ada's North Hill Center, catering and DoorDash available. Call Roma's at 279-1295.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
Good evening and welcome to the Coach's Corner. I'm Trey Kinley filling in for Kenny Morrison alongside head coach Brad Osteen. Coach, when I pulled into the high school, I saw on the marquee it's September. That can only mean one thing. It's time for Ada Cougar football.
Yeah, it's exciting time.
Last year, you had less than 60 days with the players hired, started with them July 5th. This year, you've had a whole year, spring camp, fall camp, off season. Can you tell us a little bit about how that's gone with the players?
Well, getting here late last year, just so much, everything felt like everything was rushed. So now, after the season was over with, we was able to slow things down and, really evaluate our talent level, really evaluate our weaknesses, really evaluate the things that we needed to improve on and go to work, And so the number one thing at the end of the season we felt like was we had to get tougher. Obviously we need to get bigger, faster, and stronger. But the biggest thing is just getting physically and mentally tough and getting ready to go play because this is a tough man sport, And so, through the off season, we was able to keep our kids in the weight room year round, and that's huge. And so they've been in the weight room every day, during the week. We lifted 4 to 5 days a week, and it's been all basically the whole time. So we took spring break, a week after spring ball, the dead period, and that's basically it. Other than that, we've been in the weight room lifting. A lot of our kids play other sports, so we were able to keep them on a in-season weight program, which is huge for us. The off-season kids, obviously, we bumped them up, and we really pushed them in the weight room far as strength level and things like that, and just. And, we want athletes and be able to move, and we want our guys to be able to go play other sports because competition makes you better. And so keeps that, it just sharpens that edge, iron sharpens iron type deal. And so anyway, evaluating coaches and all those type things, trying to get everybody in the right spot. So it was just a very unique situation coming in late. And this year we've had time to do what we needed to do, and we're still young in some spots, and we've got some younger guys fighting for jobs. So it's been really, really good as far as the competition level. There's somebody's behind you pushing you makes you better. And so that's exciting right there.
Yes, and I was able to go to a couple of scrimmages. I know you and I have talked a little bit vanilla. Not going to show a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everywhere. I mean, most coaches don't show a whole lot, during scrimmage, but it comes back to basic fundamentals. The teams that usually block the best and tackle the best usually win, and so focus on the basics, and that's what we've done.
I did notice physicality seemed to be up, which is not something that's vanilla or turned on or off. We seemed more physical and intense.
100% as a whole. Last year we had some guys that were, but as a program, we were not a physical ball club. And this year, first day of two-a-days, and we had camps and a lot of things we did this summer that people don't know about. But the first day of padded practice during two-a-days, man, we hit harder in practice that day than we did any last year. And so as a team, we did that. And so that was a very good sign of a ball club growing, and so that was exciting to see.
New coaches. I know we got one new coach.
Yeah, got one new coach. Was able to hire one new coach, Nate McCurley. He played for me my first year at Wynnewood. And then came back while he was going to school at East Central and G8 for me. Same terminology. I mean, he knew. He already was coached up because when he got here, I taught him, and so he was able to just day one jump in and go to work. And he's one of those guys that he don't sit back and wait on somebody else to do something. He jumps in there with both feet and goes to work. And so very, very tickled to get him, very, very proud of him. Kids seem to really respond to him well, but just great addition to the staff.
Also a math teacher. You don't see that very often.
He's a math teacher.
I've heard good things about him, too.
Well, I don't brag on him too much, but he does a great job. He's a smart guy. That's what people don't realize is some of these football coaches are great teachers. And to me, if you're a coach, to be a good coach, you got to be a great teacher. And so that's what we do. And so he does a great job in the classroom. So very, very proud of our coaches.
Last year had 7 or 8 seniors in the same boat again this year, which kind of a double-edged sword. A lot of the lower classmen got a lot of time last year, which will help this year, but kind of in the same boat again, going to be playing some young kids.
Yeah, the thing about it is through the off-season program and the summer program, we've kind of weeded out some of the guys that maybe this is not for them, because this is we talk to our guys all the time. This is a tough man sport, and if you don't like to work hard and you don't like to be physical and you're not very tough, this is not the sport for you. Not to say that in a bad way. It's just that that's the physicality, that's the game, and so we were able to use Dan Cody in the spring and through the summer, and bringing his intensity and his work ethic in. Was huge for our program, and he's developed a really good rapport with the kids. And but if you guys, he's a very intense guy.
He's working with the girls and the boys, right?
He's working with the boys and the girls, so changing the mindset, and that was big. That's huge, getting those guys back involved. So a lot of things happening, and we could talk about all that type of stuff, with our sport kids going to other sports and the spring and everything. But we had the championship barbecue, brought a lot of the old Cougs back, got them back involved, and then had spring football, had our camps, with 7-on-7, had 93 kids here for lineman camp, and that's huge moving forward. We've got to develop linemen, offensive line, defensive linemen. So, and then we had our padded camp, our skill camp during right after the dead period. So, a lot of hard work went into it. So we're really excited, but we do have a lot of young kids, and the good days are ahead. So we talked to these guys. We got some sophomores starting, got some freshmen knocking on the door, and like I told you, competition either breaks you or makes you better, and so it's been a fun time.
Speaking of the lineman camp, had another former Cougar in to help with that one. Jeremy Shockey, was good to see him.
Yeah, Jeremy Shockey came back in, and then Dan was there. We had J. Paul Russell, played at Tulsa. Had Brandon Webb, played at OSU, all Big 12 player there. And then Harry Wright played at Bacone, and then myself and several other coaches, So it was a very great environment. And, it was good because Coach Wright called me and said, when he got home, one of the parents called him as soon as he got home and said couldn't say enough about how bragging on the camp. So that was good.
And had youth camp too.
Had youth camp, had a little Coug camp, had 53 at it. And one of the dads emailed me and said his son had been to the Baker Mayfield camp, the Brent Venable camp, and the Chickasaw football camp. And he loved the Ada Cougar camp the best and thought it was the best camp of all. So that's a huge compliment to our coaches, even in some of our older players. Fisher Moore come in and worked that camp, and I'm telling you, he did a great job. There's several other kids that did that, but he was one of the ones that kind of stands out in my mind. Got kids giving back and developing the youth, because that's our future. That's our bloodline, so we've got to keep developing those guys.
All right, so we've talked about preseason, spring, fall camps. As with the norm, we open up tonight with the Ardmore Tigers. And based on the information that I have, it's been passed down from several people, the all-time record is 48, 48, and 2.
Wow.
It doesn't get much more even than that.
That's balanced right there.
And I went through looking at the stats, too, and 22,000 yards total, and it's within 500 yards. First downs are within, the margin of difference is so little across. I mean, it's even across the board, which is exciting. Sorry. They are coming off a week 0 win against Lawton Ike. Opportunistic win, forced several turnovers. Is there an advantage to playing week 0, first of all, and they're putting stuff on film for you to see?
Sure. The advantage, we got a little bit of advantage. They've got an advantage, so we get to see them actually play a game. They get to see our scrimmage,
right.
And so we control the environment and the scrimmage and stuff like that, but able to watch them play and stuff like that. They have an advantage because they've got one game underneath their belt. So get that first game jitters out, get the first game mistakes out. So
it evens out.
It kind of evens out, and I don't get into a lot of that stuff. We control what we do,
right?
And we get to control the outcome of the game. And I told the kids all week, if they play their best game and we play our best game, we win. That's the way we believe, and that's the way it's going to be.
Should be that way for going into every week.
Every week, and so real excited. It's big time rivalry to have that balance in this atmosphere week 1. It's just if you love high school football, man, this is what it's about.
I assume speed. Ardmore always got speed, seems like.
Yeah, they got a lot of speed. The Ardmore, from me being around Oklahoma football, Ardmore's always had some type of speed, but we're pretty fast ourselves, and so with our track program and our off-season program, we've developed some kids and they can run now, and so I'm big on being able to move, and so just whatever we got to do to win, and that's kind of the way my philosophy is. Winners find a way and losers find excuses, and we need to go find a way to win.
Coach, appreciate you joining us for the Coach's Corner. Apologize that Kenny wasn't able to be here.
That's all right. We'll make do.
We got head coach Brad Osteen here at the Coach's Corner. You were watching and listening live to Ada Cougar Sports, KADAradio.net. Stay with us for the coin toss and the starting lineups.
Put the reliability of the Great Plains Kubota family to work for you. Visit any of our local dealerships to see how we can serve your equipment needs.
Keep your Kubota running at peak performance with routine maintenance from Great Plains Kubota. With the parts and service you trust, Great Plains Kubota will keep your Kubota equipment running like the day you brought it home.
Visit a Great Plains Kubota for Kubota sales, service, parts, and rentals, or visit us online at GreatPlainsKubota.com. That's GreatPlainsKubota.com.
Football season is here.
So it's time to shift into September.
Get the perfect truck for tailgating with a brand new F-150, Maverick, or Ranger. You can even power the whole party with the F-150 Lightning. Buy any vehicle this month and get entered to win 2 OSU or OU football tickets.
One more thing, Morgan. Oh yeah, don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya. Ben Ford Lincoln of Ada is your best deal dealer. Learn more at benford.com.
This is Lucas Clark, president of First United Bank here in Ada. We measure success not just with numbers, but with a commitment to faith, financial well-being, personal development, and wellness. It's how we spend life wisely. If that doesn't sound like a bank, welcome to First United. Learn more at spendlifewisely.com. Proud supporter of the Ada Cougars, member FDIC.
Tribal citizens are Oklahomans, our neighbors. They make a critical difference in community after community, helping schools, building roads, expanding healthcare, benefiting everyone. We are united for Oklahoma, committed to mutual respect, shared strength, and productive partnerships. To join the conversation, visit unitedforoklahoma.com.
If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or maybe your vehicle needs a little attention, we're your one-stop shop.
Come score a new Nissan Pathfinder, completely redesigned and ready to hit the road with style and convenience.
And don't get penalized with high gas prices. The Nissan Altima will get you over 600 miles per tank.
And the MVP of the lineup, the new Nissan Rogue, with best-in-class fuel economy and tech.
We are a proud supporter of the Ada Cougar Athletic Department, and we'd like to wish all of you a great season. Go Cougs!
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised. Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm, with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Don Carpenter, your State Farm agent in Ada for over 44 years today.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
Welcome back to Noble Stadium in Ardmore, Oklahoma. Kenny Morrison, Trey Kinley. It's Cougar football tonight. Can't wait. Ball goes on the tee in about 7 minutes here. Trey, you heard Coach Osteen in the pregame. Appreciate you doing that interview this week. You know, Ardmore's coming off a week 1 win, or week 0 win. They beat Lawton Eisenhower 33-20. They were down at halftime of that game, had 5 turnovers, so they kind of they're hoping they worked some bugs out. Cougars are hoping they didn't as they come in tonight. Ardmore always got a lot of team speed. Every time you come down here to play that, you expect that. So defensively, Trey, Cougars just got to eliminate big plays. There's one thing I think Coach Osteen would tell you. You got to play sound, disciplined football and try to eliminate the big plays.
Yeah, that's what got us last year. It was a close – in the second half, they got on us pretty good in the first half. The second half, all we do is give up one big play on a reverse, I believe it was, after we settled in. So if we can do that tonight – and really that was a kind of a product of the year. Just cut down on the big plays, give ourselves a chance on offense, and I think we're good.
You know, offensively, the Cougars return a little bit glaring here, a little bit misleading, but not much. 2,824 yards of 2,859 total yards of offense last year returned. Now, Trey Ivy caught a couple hundred yards in passing, but Carter threw them.
Right.
So that's how you get to those stats. So you all but by those numbers, all but 35 yards of offense have returned, and they've added another skill player, DeMontre Patterson.
Right, and which is the exact opposite of last year. How many yards did we have coming? I think that was one of the things we went into.
Oh, yeah, it was the exact less than 100.
Yeah, coming back before the beginning of last year. So it's a complete opposite. Plus, last year, as I talked about in the coach's interview, Coach Osteen had 60 days with the kids before the first game. Now he's had 1 year and 425 days with these kids.
Ada and Ardmore should be fun. Let's take our final break. We'll come back, have the coin toss. This is Cougar Football. You're listening and watching live at KADARadio.net.
The Cougars. We at Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai are some of your biggest fans. We know that you're not only excelling today on the fields, but in gyms, on stage, and in the classrooms. But you are also going to be tomorrow's great leaders. Embrace it and enjoy it. From your friends, neighbors, and automotive experts, Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai in Ardmore. Remember, if it doesn't say Carter County, you paid too much.
Simmons Bank presents Banking Made Easy. With our powerful mobile banking app and online banking, at the touch of a finger, you can make deposits or pay bills, view account balances and transaction history, keep a close eye on your money with helpful alerts, even customize features just the way you want them. And with our contactless Visa credit and debit cards, you can just look, tap, and go. Convenient banking from Simmons Bank. Easy, fast, and secure. Learn more at simmonsbank.com/easy.
When it comes to delicious, you can't beat Roma's Italian Restaurant. And the service starts with a gracious host the moment you walk in the door. Start with their unforgettable garlic knots and butter. Order the lobster ravioli, homemade lasagna, or baked ziti. Maybe you're hungry for a pizza pie, calzone, or stromboli. Enjoy a mouth-watering ribeye, chicken fettuccine alfredo, or chicken piccata. But whatever you do, save room for the dessert. Roma's in Ada's North Hill Center, catering and DoorDash available. Call Roma's at 279-1295.
Put the reliability of the Great Plains Kubota family to work for you. Visit any of our local dealerships to see how we can serve your equipment needs.
Keep your Kubota running at peak performance with routine maintenance from Great Plains Kubota. With the parts and service you trust, Great Plains Kubota will keep your Kubota equipment running like the day you brought it home.
Visit a Great Plains Kubota for Kubota sales, service, parts, and rentals, or visit us online at GreatPlainsKubota.com. That's GreatPlainsKubota.com.
Football season is here.
So it's time to shift into September.
Get the perfect truck for tailgating with a brand new F-150, Maverick, or Ranger. You can even power the whole party with the F-150 Lightning. Buy any vehicle this month and get entered to win 2 OSU or OU football tickets.
And one more thing, Morgan. Oh yeah, don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya. Finn Ford Lincoln of Ada is your best deal dealer. Learn more at FinnFord.com.
Ada Cougar Football, presented by the Chickasaw Nation, along with First United Bank, Ada Nissan, CTS, T&W Tire, Wild Rose Place, Carter County Dodge and Hyundai, Vision Bank, Roma Italian Restaurant, Laser Zone, Hilltop Dodge, Simmons Bank, Great Plains Kubota, State Farm Agent Don Carpenter, and Fenton Ford.
Welcome back to Noble Stadium in Ardmore. Kenny Morrison, Trey Kinley. 99th all-time meeting Ada and Ardmore. Going to be fun. The coin toss has just taken place. The captains for the Ardmore Tigers just a moment ago as they took the field were C.J. Williams, Cal Swanson, their quarterback, going to the University of Illinois, Kylan Cohey, and also their big offensive lineman, Caden Blansett. The Cougars had Jack Morris, Darius Gilmore, Andrew Hughes, and Carter Freeland. And here come your Cougars for the 2022 season.
It's good to see, isn't it?
In their white with the block A on the helmet, the Cougars with excitement ready to get this thing going tonight. Cougars will have the ball first tonight. Let's go ahead and set that offense for you. By the way, the coin toss, Ardmore won the toss, deferred. The Cougars will receive and move from north to south in the first quarter. When the Cougars are on offense, it'll be left tackle, sophomore Isaiah Hayden. Left guard will be Cale Fuller, a sophomore. The center, Caden Balthrop, a senior. The right guard, Jagger Codwell, a junior. Makir Sanusi will be the right tackle. One of the wide receivers will be senior Jack Morris, along with senior Andrew Hughes. DeMontre Patterson will be in the out there. There's a speedster in that slot. Darius Gilmore, senior running back, along with Fisher Moore, and then the quarterback will be senior Carter Freeland. Came off a big year a season ago. Andrew Hughes will talk about in a moment. Also had a huge year a season ago. The official for tonight's game, referees Marcus Walker, Jerry Kuntz is the umpire. The line judge is Trenton Williams. The head linesman is Archie Campbell. The back judge is Harmon Ray. Game time temperature 83 degrees. A wind from the southeast at 9. Mostly clear skies from Noble Stadium in Ardmore.
In honor of our late partner who's listening in Webbers Falls, Oklahoma. It is a beautiful night for football, and that's the last time you'll hear me say that this year. Brent, that is your term, but I did it for you.
Brent Smith, Miss O'Brent. He hated not to be calling Cougar football this year. Moved, got married. Congratulations to Mr. Brent Smith and his new journey in life and his job, and moved up to northeastern Oklahoma. But I know Brent's got the broadcast on tonight. We're going to try to bring a win from Noble Stadium. Ardmore will kick it off from the 40-yard line at the south end. Cougars will move north to south when they have the football for the first time.
So I got DeMontre back there and Andrew.
Yep, two pretty good kick returners, DeMontre Patterson and Andrew Hughes, both at the 10-yard line. They're going to hold the ball. Kylan Cohey will hold it, and the kicker is Rudy Vargas. Best I can remember, he's been kicking since his freshman year here at Ardmore. Ardmore in their
home reddish
uniform. Cougars in their white. Ball on the tee for Vargas from the 40 in the 2022 season. Streaming at K80radio.net is just about to get underway for the Cougars representing District 4A4. Ardmore from 5A1, the number 9 team in Class 5A. Vargas boots it, Hughes chases, and it goes into the end zone. There'll be no return on the opening kick, and the Cougars will start 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Here we go. It's a good kick there. A little bit of wind behind him, so not surprised to see it go through the end zone like that.
So the Cougars will set it up. The Ardmore defense, let's go ahead and flash them up there as they start tonight in a 4-3 defense. A T defense that forced 4 turnovers a week ago. Quayshawn Tyner, Derek Mealy, Amarian Williams, and Jackson Weaver across the front from left to right. Then the linebackers are C.J. Williams, Eric Fields, and Javon Singleton, Zayden Henderson, Calvin Mendoza, Tavin Richards, and Kylan Cohey, the defensive backfield. The Cougars will start with Freeland in the shotgun formation. Darius Gilmore right beside him to the left. Twin receivers to the left, a single out here to the right. Gilmore gets the handoff up the middle. Got a couple on the initial surge. The offensive line got a push.
Got up to 4 there.
Gilmore up to the 24-yard line. That time the Cougar offensive line got a nice push for in a gain of 4.
Good second effort there by Darius, too. He kind of hit a wall there about 1 yard deep and was able to keep his feet moving, and the line moved the Ardmore line back.
2nd down and 6. Andrew Hughes going to come out, be the sole receiver to the near side. Ball placed right in the middle of the field. You got Jack Morris, DeMontre Patterson split to the left. This time Gilmore steps up to Freeland's right, stays in the shotgun, takes the snap, play action, steps in the pocket, wants Hughes on a deep post. He just missed him at the 40-yard line. Oh, he had a step on Kylan Cohey, and the Cougars tried to strike early, and he had him open.
He did.
Just missed him by a step.
That's something we saw last year. The good news is we have 7 out there with Andrew at the same time, which is another speed guy. So if they pay too much attention to Andrew there, then it's going to free up the other side.
Cougars face their first third down. 3rd down and 6. Deontay Lindsay has checked into the game. Sophomore wide receiver. He's near to the right, along with Patterson, who's in the slot. Freeland repositions his running back. This time I think it's Rhines. There's a pass in the flat. Caught. Jack 40, 35, 40. Breaks the tackle to the 42. Just a quick out to Jack Morris. And he's finally brought down on the far sideline by an Ardmore tackler.
Jack's somebody that improved every single game last year. Hadn't played football in a long time. And I think he's due for a very, very special year just with the experience he gained last year and the confidence. That was something last year. He was very nervous at this time, and he's not now.
All the way to the 42-yard line, Zayden Henderson made the tackle. So it's 1st and 10, the initial first down of the season to Morris. Yeah, his improvement as his season went on was phenomenal a year ago. And I talked to Jack several times in the offseason, see him around town, out the golf course where he had a job and so forth. And always so pleasant, but so excited about his senior season on the gridiron. Trips to the right, a pair to the left, 5 out, empty back, fumbled snap. Freeland tries to get on it. Did he? I hope so. Inside the 40 is Freeland that time, I think, got a little anxious to catch it and release it possibly.
I don't know. He was looking to the left, so I'm not sure if they were maybe off a little bit on the snap count. He was looking over the sideline, so a little bit of miscommunication there.
So a loss of 3 makes it 2nd and 13. We had 5 and out with an empty backfield that time. Cougars will show multiple formations.
That was the one where they took the sniffer back, fullback, split him out wide left, and then took the tailback and split him out wide right, actually outside the wide receivers.
First quarter, 10:20 to play. First Cougar possession, moving from north to south at Noble Stadium. Shotgun, handoff. Gilmore got a break to tackle, 40, 45. Oh, nifty move to the 47. Oh, the lateral move by Gilmore got 8 yards as he shuffled those feet sideways to pick up an extra 2 or 3 yards.
For the first time this year, I want to mention number 34, Cord Coffey. Got him a pancake about 10 yards down the field. That's good to see him move in from Colgate.
Cord Coffey, a junior, playing up there in that fullback position there, I believe. There, or the tight end.
It depends on. I didn't catch before the snap where they had him lined up. They came out of the huddle really quick there and hustled to the line.
Officially gave him 9 yards. 4 to go on third down. Second third down again. 5 receivers, 3 right, 2 left. Freeland back, quick pass, caught, first down. Morris, 45-yard line. Again, spreading the field, and the Cougars are 2 of 2 on third down. Trey here early, this time into Ardmore territory.
Cooper Patterson in for his first career snap there, senior here at Ada, came back to play football his senior year. So that's exciting to see for him, and actually got a block down the field. Again, I think Jack's going to be our possession guy. With his big body, he's got some speed once he gets going, but he's a big target, good hands. I think a lot of times I bet he's our third down receiver.
A lot of options on those routes.
Yes.
You depending on how you play defensively, you find the window and you set down. Cougars have a single receiver to the right. Man in motion as Caden Gallagher gets the handoff on the sweep. 45, turns the corner, 40, 35, drug down, 32-yard line. Finally drug down out of bounds. Chased on the near side by Eric Fields, a speedster. But Caden Gallagher, the senior, on the sweep as he went in motion, gets 13 yards and a Cougar first down, their third of their initial drive.
Great job there by Xander Rhines leading the way. The tailback that's normally getting the ball in a situation like that, he was out in front of KK and got a really good block that helped him get the edge.
Cougars at the 32-yard line. This drive started at their own 20 after the opening kickoff. They've gone 48 yards. They've done it so far in 7 plays. From the 32, first and 10. This time a bunch formation. The Cougars going to jump. That time they kind of brought everybody in near the line of scrimmage, and the Cougars have their first penalty, I think, unless Ardmore got in the zone, is going to be against Ada.
Something I'm noticing here, Balthrop went straight to the back judge. I think you're getting a little chirping on the defensive line, and it's causing him to snap the ball early because he went directly to the back judge, who is going to make that call. He's the one looking for that, the cadence being called off by the defensive line.
37-yard line at Ardmore territory. First and 15 for Ada. Darius Gilmore, senior running back in. Gilmore, a season ago, ran for 706 yards, averaged 5 a tote, had 8 touchdowns. Empty backfield in motion. Handoff, jet sweep. Oh, yeah. They had 2 man in motion.
Yep.
Too bad because Patterson is turning the corner, and DeMontre Patterson just got it inside the 22 to the 21-yard line on that sweep. And, he has some wheels, but unfortunately, 2 Cougars were moving at the same time.
Yeah, and that's a situation where they're both in motion. Carter has to wait until they come set, because anytime 2 are moving at the same time, they both got to come set, not just one of them.
And you know what's odd? I was out yesterday in the walkthrough. That same thing happened with DeMontre in the walkthrough, and Coach was coaching him up about it. But again, it's opening night here at Ardmore, and everybody's got to be on the same page. This can be a sophisticated multiple offense.
The interesting thing is sometimes out of the huddle they're sprinting up to the line to go quick, and that's where it's causing a little bit of the issues. So I wonder if we need to maybe slow that down a little bit coming up to the line.
First and 20. Trips to the left, near boundaries, Hughes. Freeland steps up, looks for Andrew down toward the end zone. The ball is almost caught at the goal line. Got a flag? Yep. Kylan Cohey
had a left hand on
got his left hand as Hughes was adjusting to the football inside the 5-yard line, and Cohey put a hand up and got it on Andrew Hughes and tried to separate him from the ball. He was successful, but did it before the ball arrived. It's going to be a pass interference will give the Cougars an automatic first down. They should move it to the 27 in Ardmore territory.
The thing there, that the pass was a little bit inside, so Andrew's trying to come back to the center of the field to get to it, and Cohey has his arm reached out, and it prevented Andrew from coming in. 4th
Cougar first down. There'll be an automatic first down, I believe. They move the ball to the 27.
No, but I think it's first and 5.
First and 5.
Yeah,
will not be an automatic first down. 1st and 5 at the 27. 3 consecutive plays now with penalties.
So we got our 4th first down play in a row with no first downs.
There you go. Bringing in the play again from the far side, looks like
Case Stafford.
Yep, for the Cougars, junior. Caden Balthrop up over the center. They rush to the line of scrimmage. Under center this time is Freeland. Takes the snap. Fake handoff, end around Alexander. Big opening for a moment. Cuts it back up inside 25, 22-yard line. Thought he was going to sprint toward the corner, but he did a pretty good job. He cut it back up and got the first down. And the Cougars are in business, it looks like, at the 22-yard line of Ardmore. 1st and 10. Their 4th first down of this drive.
Yeah, it looked like from here he may have had the edge. Couldn't tell.
With his speed, I kind of got excited when I saw the edge open up over there.
But he got the first down, did his job. We got 1st and 10 on the 22 here.
Clock rolling at 8:25 in the opening quarter from Ardmore. 99th all-time meeting, the Cougars and the Tigers. Andrew Hughes, the sole receiver to the right. Everybody else bunched toward the line of scrimmage. In motion is Patterson. Handoff, Gilmore up the middle. Big hole, offensive line blows, makes a huge hole, and Gilmore stutter steps to the 14.
Boy, he's got a good sidestep, doesn't he?
He really does.
He's got a good spin move, too, that we'll see before the night's over. I'm sure that we saw a couple times in the scrimmage. He can spin on a dime.
Looked like Quayshawn Tyner on the tackle, one of the Ardmore Tigers. 2nd down and 2 from the 14-yard line. The Cougars, an impressive opening drive. Take out the penalties, and they've had officially 9 plays. They've gone 66 yards. They're 14 away from pay dirt. 2nd and 2. Again, single receiver to the right. Handoff, Gilmore. Darts back up inside. Keeps his feet to the 10. First down, Ada. They're going to mark it at just outside the 10. But the Cougars, again, the offensive line got a surge, and Gilmore able to get another Ada first down.
That's playing off that reverse that we ran earlier with KK, and it was it turns into a delayed handoff to Darius because they fake the handoff to the end around, and then Darius is still standing there.
Isaiah Hayden, Cale Fuller, Caden Balthrop, Jagger Caldwell, McKeer Sanusi right now doing a great job up front. 7:07 to play opening quarter. Single setback is Gilmore. Freeland under center. Here's a hand to Patterson, running left, going to be hemmed in and going to be brought down in the backfield. Ardmore read that one. They tried to get the speed to Patterson on the corner, but that time Ardmore was very astute to it. Chase Patterson back down at the 16, a loss of 5.
A lot of misdirection, and on that, they're going to have to start guessing, and they guessed right there.
Cougars have overcome some long first down situations already on this drive. They'll have to do it again. 2nd and 15 from the 16. They can reach the 1 for a first down in Ardmore territory. Twin receivers right, a single to the boundary on the left is Morris. Shotgun formation, Freeland back, 2-step drop. One Morris flushed out of the pocket left, throws on the run to the end zone, caught and dropped. 2. Morris came back for it and almost brought it in as he was being covered out there on the far side of the field by an Ardmore defensive back. Looked like maybe Zayden Henderson, and Morris almost reeled it in.
Carter did a good job there extending the play and really made a tough throw there, rolling to his left, throwing as a righty is a tough play, and put it where only where only Jack could get it is a good thing.
Well, they're controlling the football here. They've gone almost 6 minutes on this opening drive. Trip receivers left, 2 to the left, to the right, 3 right, 2 left. Freeland back to pass in an empty backfield. Is going to step up and drop the football, and
I think he got back on it.
Freeland might have got back on it at the 12. He did. Got flushed out. It's going to bring up 4th down as Freeland runs for 4. Had 5 receivers deployed that time. No one open. Freeland tucked it up inside. Will the Cougars go for the field goal or just go for the touchdown here or the first down? They're at the 12.
29-yarder.
It'll either be Mitchell or Walker. Tyler Mitchell or Caden Walker.
Oh, looks like we're going for it.
They're going to bring the different personnel package in, and they will. Looks like you got Lakeven Richardson.
Yep.
Freshman is in the game.
Andrew Hughes coming back in.
Gets the instruction from Coach Osteen. 5.5 to play. 4th down for the Cougars. 12
Reed
for
Sampson,
a touchdown.
wide left.
11 for a first down. Freeland under center. Takes the snap. Steps back. Flushed
Good
out.
job,
Rolling
Darius.
right. Throws a hard one over the middle. Touchdown! Andrew Hughes on a bullet from Carter Freeland as the Cougars have struck first on a 4th down play from the 12. What a bullet by Freeland in the hands of Andrew Hughes, and the Cougars have opened the 2022 season on an impressive cross-country drive.
Like to see that.
Whew.
4th and 12.
That was a beauty.
Yeah. Just how they drew it up.
Stepped up in the pocket, and Andrew found the space right in about the back of the end zone in between the goalposts there.
It was a great job by Darius picking up the blitz and CJ stepping in and then delivering the throw. Tyler Walker
drills the extra point off the hold of Caden Gallagher, and I believe the snap of Fisher Marr. It was 5:16 to play here in the opening quarter. The Ada Cougars have done something against Ardmore they haven't done in 2 years. They've in the end zone. It only took them their opening drive. 7-0 Ada. This is Ada Cougar football at Ada Sports and KADARadio.net.
This is Lucas Clark, president of First United Bank here in Ada. We measure success not just with numbers, but with a commitment to faith, financial well-being, personal development, and wellness. It's how we spend life wisely. If that doesn't sound like a bank, welcome to First United. Learn more at spendlifewisely.com. Proud supporter of the Ada Cougars, member FDIC.
Plays 80 yards. It took us 6 minutes. 14 plays, 80 yards, 6 minutes, 44 seconds, and the Ada Cougars on their opening drive, Trey, are in the end zone. What an impressive drive. And Brad Osteen says, you know what, it's 4th down. We've gone all this ways. We're at the 12-yard line in Ardmore territory, and that connection that hooked up so many times last year, Andrew Hughes caught 11 TDs from Freeland a year ago, strikes on the opening possession.
Cool thing about this is obviously the players executed and they did what they had to do, but their coach showed confidence in them that could last the entire season just with that one call saying, hey, guys, you got this. Let's do it. And another neat thing there is we had over 100 yards of offense in the drive.
Yeah, when 80 yards with 3 penalties that set us back. And wow. Impressive first drive.
Looks like Caden Mitchell's going to be doing the kickoffs.
The ball on the right hash mark at the 40. They want to kick it away from number 7, C.J. Williams, if all possible. Kylan Cohey, I think number 2, is on the left side of the field at the 12-yard line. So Mitchell from the right hash. Special teams unit. Watched them get ready yesterday as well. They look sharp. There's the kick. It does go left toward Cohey. Fair catch, 27-yard line. Ardmore will take over first down, and the Cougars will live with that all day long. They stress, keep it out of the hands of the Ardmore player. Let's get that Ada defense put up. Keep it out of the hands of C.J. Williams. He's a flyer. Cougars defensively, and as they come out tonight, is it going to be Balthrop or Coffey?
Cord.
Yeah, Cord Coffey, the left defensive end, 3-4 defense. J.B. Coyle, Will Johnson left to right across the front. You got Xander Rhines, George Maddox, Fisher Marr, and Caden Gallagher. The linebackers, defensive backs. I know we got Hughes and.
No, Hughes isn't out there. Chase Bailey's getting the start at safety in that in Andrew, the spot that Andrew plays. We do have. It looks like DeMontre on this side, and the other side is Lindsey.
Yep, Deontay Lindsey getting the start at the left corner. Ardmore starts 1st and 10. They got a handoff up the middle. Williams slicing his way to the 34-yard line. That's C.J. Williams. Good runner, had 3 TDs a week ago and got 7 on first down.
Looks like George and Cord Coffey combined for that tackle.
Ardmore will play fast from the 34-yard line. Their quarterback is Cal Swanson, 6'3", 190, a senior, has signed with the University of Illinois, we understand.
Really good athlete. They haven't run him a lot in the past. Well, it'll be interesting to see if they do that here.
Here's a pass in the flat, incomplete. They tried a quick pass out in the flat to Kylan Cohey, senior. So, again, the Cougars, you've got over there on that left side, sophomore Deontay Lindsey starting at left corner, DeMontre Patterson the right corner, and then in the backfield, defensive backfield for Ada, you got Chase Bailey and Colton Carlock, and that is Bailey a junior and Carlock a sophomore. 3rd down for Ardmore after that incomplete pass. You are talking about Swanson threw 2 interceptions all of last year, 3 in the first half last week. Twin receivers left, twin to the right. Swanson throws to the flat, missed his man. Cougars got a rush. J.B. Coyle, he's not a big guy, but he got past his would-be blocker, and he put some pressure on Cal Swanson, and it's a 3-and-out for the Ardmore Tigers.
Yeah, he is super, super strong. His squat is unbelievable. Carter tells me it's because he doesn't have to go down very far, but I think it's because he's strong. But he's so football smart, which is the good thing. You got DeMontre back to receive the punt here.
Rudy Vargas is the punter as well as the place kicker. So a 7-yard run on first down by C.J. Williams, and then 2 incomplete passes. The Cougars in pretty good position defensively on those plays. So from the 34-yard line, the ball will be snapped. At the 22, Vargas will receive it and try to put a foot into it, being rushed by Xander Rhines, who roughed him.
Yep.
Ardmore's going to have a first down. Patterson catches the punt at the 27, comes right, hemmed in. Chase back to the left, got an illegal block by the Cougars. Patterson's he's electric. Got to the corner,
and then you got a late hit there.
That well, now we could have offsetting penalties. Unless they blow the whistle. It looked like Patterson got hit late on the far side.
Didn't call that.
They didn't call it. It's going to be roughing the kicker against Ada. Xander Ryan's putting some pressure on Rudy Vargas. He's going to give Ardmore an automatic first down.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that's not a late hit over there, other than he'd already thrown his flag, and maybe it was. What do you do? That you throw your hat off, right?
That's right. Yep. You call it. You figure out something to throw.
He was the one that threw the flag on our legal block down here on about the 30.
And again, it's on the far side of the field, and so maybe he stood a foot in bounds.
Yeah, it's hard to say
from our broadcast position here. So Ardmore, by virtue of a personal foul, roughing the kicker, and the signal you see on the field is they decline the holding penalty against the Cougars, except the personal foul roughing the kicker. The ball will go down to the 49-yard line, it looks like. They haven't moved the chains yet, but
he said running into.
If it's just running in, it should be an automatic first down.
It's going to be a first down, but I think they're going to be on about the 39.
They'll mark it from the 34. 4:25 to play in the opening quarter. Ada took 14 plays, went 80 yards, scored on a 4th and 11 from the 12-yard line. It is running into the kicker on a Freeland touchdown pass to Andrew Hughes. There's Ardmore's initial first down, 39-yard line. They'll have one running back. They run their offense over the years under Coach Josh Newby in his 8th year, an East Central graduate. Done a great job here at Ardmore. A lot of flex bone and spread offense. With the handoff, C.J. Williams stood up initially. Good surge by Coyle and Will Johnson. He's able to spin out of that hit and get a couple yards. I didn't see the
George Maddox got him there late, and then Case Stafford came in as well. He's in at the left corner this possession after I'm sure Monty's getting a little bit of water over there after he ran about 75 yards for not.
Ball on the right hash mark. Got one receiver to the boundary right side, two to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. Man in motion. Handoff. Williams gets outside, got wheels. 45, darts outside 50, spins back inside to the Cougar 47. Finally brought down by Chase Bailey, who got him, but a big gain of looks like about 11 yards.
Good job there by Chase. He was really the last man there, so good solid tackle.
They'll say 10 yards, so the 8 of 48, 1st and 10. Ardmore plays fast. Swanson in the gun. Pistol formation, man behind him just offset to his left. Got 3 receivers in the formation, and a yellow flag comes in for some reason behind the Ada defensive line. The official going to stop the play.
Maybe.
The ball at the 48-yard line. They're going to mark 5 off against Ardmore.
I'm guessing the center had some movement with the ball there because nobody moved, but that back judge again saw it.
They move it back to the 47. Didn't get it in. There's the indication. So some illegal movement of the football, illegal motions. But it's 1st and 15. A lot of penalties here in the first half. 3:22 to play. Ardmore moving from south to north at their own 47 from Noble Stadium. Again, a pair of receivers deployed right, a single to the boundary left. The near side, which is the Ardmore side of the field. Swanson takes the snap, throws a quick out, caught, and stood up.
Case Stafford
there. Case Stafford stands up. Kylan Cohey after he caught it at the 47. He got 6, but a big hit by Case Stafford.
Great job by Case there, having his eyes in the backfield, and sees the pass short and lets his guy keep going because the pass is already off, and comes up and makes the tackle.
They give him 7 to the 46. Ardmore again quickly to the line of scrimmage. They sweep it. Kylan Cohey running left, gets around the perimeter to the 40, to the 39-yard line, and Fisher shows his speed from the linebacker position, chases him down to the 39 after a gain of 7.
He's got some wheels, doesn't he?
Yeah, Fisher ran that one down, and Cohey can really run, and here came Fisher flying from that linebacker position. From the 39, Cougars on a 3rd and 1.
It's like Sun Eagle is in at the right end.
Caleb Sun Eagle. See if the Cougars can get a stop. They got one initially. Then roughing the kicker. Here's a handoff. They got the
Coffee and JB. And,
yeah.
That's good second effort there by the Ardmore running back.
Yeah, they had him stood up, as you mentioned, Coffee and JB Coyle. But Cohey or C.J. Williams able to get to the 37, got 2 yards and a first down for Ardmore. Tough running up the middle. 4 receivers deployed. Cohey in motion left to right. Jet sweep coming right. 40, 35, cuts inside 30, inside to the Cougar 29-yard line. chasing him down. Looked like Stafford getting up off the bottom.
Got a new nose guard in, too. I can't tell if that's a 51 or a 61, Kenny. 51. Colton Prince. Is that right?
Ball to 29, second down and 8. I've got Colton Prince, freshman.
Timeout, Ada.
Yep, Ada's going to use a timeout. Yeah, a freshman seeing action there. The Cougars so much deeper this year on that front tray. As they've already rotating both sides of the ball, have rotated multiple players. That's in the course of a long game on a pretty warm night will pay dividends.
Well, and I've noticed, especially on the offensive side, anytime we have someone run a deep route, they're going off. Because we want not only to give them a break because they've just run a deep route, but we want to go quick. So we don't have to wait for them to come back up the field to the huddle to get the play. We can run somebody in. All they got to do is run off the side.
If you joined us late, the Cougars took the opening kickoff after Ardmore won the toss and deferred and marched 80 yards in 14 plays, actually amassed over 100 yards on the drive. Some penalties set them back. They overcame them, and on a 4th down and 11 from the Ardmore 12, Carter Freeland hit Andrew Hughes in the back of the end zone with a beautiful touchdown pass that we'll replay for you at halftime. And the Cougars got the extra point, and they lead it 7-0 as Tyler Walker drilled the PAT. Second down, the ball at the 29-yard line in Ada territory. Ardmore has ran 9 plays in this drive. It started at their own 27-yard line.
Looks like Jack Morris is in for Xander at that star position, the outside linebacker.
Trip receivers to the near side, handoff up the middle. Cougars are there. Good defense by Ada. George Maddox, Fisher Marr on the tackle as the Cougars able to stop the running back that time. It looked like that was Fields who ran it. Eric Fields, 6'2", 191, and a senior.
Looks like Baltrop's in at the other end now, too.
That gain only went for a yard to the 28, second down and 9. Two-man combination in that backfield was Fields and C.J. Williams. Both have some speed. On second down, Swanson waits. He's got Fields behind him.
You got to figure they're in 4-down territory here, just like we were. I don't know. Vargas has got a pretty good leg. They may go for a field goal if we can get a stop here.
Pistol formation. Fields directly behind Swanson. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle, finds a crease, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ardmore. Well, they audible. They do have a flag, and it's in the Ardmore offensive backfield, and I think it's coming back.
Illegal shift.
Illegal shift against the Tigers. So bring it back. The Cougars got a break because Fields
untouched
sliced through the defense that time. That up front for Ardmore. By the way, Ardmore around 254 average a man up front with Caden Blanchett at 6'6", 290, the left tackle, and Furman Avila's 250, the center.
I just got a text from the great coach Robbie Powell, who's recovering at home, hopefully doing well. 51 is Wyatt Kilgore, the freshman. There was a number switch there. So appreciate you, Coach.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Yep, I appreciate that because we do have Colton Prince on the roster. Wyatt Kilgore. We definitely want to get the.
Looks like he was probably, I don't know what number they had him at, but they had him at 47 on here. 47 and 51 switched, I believe.
There he is. Gotcha. 33-yard line after the penalty, negating an Ardmore touchdown. Ada leads 7-0, a minute to play. Minute and a second here in the quarter. 4 receivers deployed, 2 right, 2 to the left. Shotgun, Swanson steps back. And another whistle stops play.
I'm pretty sure.
And right now, Laundrie is winning this drive.
It's been very close a couple times. I've thought they've moved early. Maybe they finally got him. Don't know. Yep.
There you go. Illegal motion. So back-to-back penalties against Ardmore. Moves them back to the 38-yard line.
You know, it's a fine line between getting off with the ball and before the ball.
And they teach.
Push it.
Yeah, get on that fine line.
Go as quick as you can. Just don't get caught. And that's one of those things where you can kind of see what the officials are seeing and dial it back if you need to. That's probably not the position they wanted to do it, where it was third and 6.
They've got 3rd down and 11 now from the 38-yard line. They scored on that 3rd and 1 play a moment ago on the touchdown run that was called back because of an illegal shift. Shotgun for Swanson. Back to pass. Steps up, flushed. Out to the right. Got to get him. Going to head toward the.
He can move.
And he's got a 1st down. He saw it and read it very well as he got out to the right, had receivers downfield. And once he got outside the pocket tray, he was able to turn the corner, and he's got wheels, as you mentioned, and he gallops for a 1st down to the 25-yard line, a 13-yard pickup on 3rd down.
My honest opinion, underutilized wheels. I mean, he can run, Cord Coffee did a great job getting penetration there, but at that end, you can't lose the edge, and that's what happened. Swanson made him pay for it.
Man in motion right to left. Here's the jet sweep. Cohee, almost got dropped down in the backfield by Morris. Cohee turned the corner, but Jack Morris almost had him back there, and Fisher Moore got him at the 25, so only got back to the line of scrimmage, but a
personal foul.
That a crackback?
Head-to-head? Is that what is fist-to-fist? I don't know what that is. I think it was Will Johnson that got hit pretty hard. He came off. I'm not sure what happened there. Let me see if I can.
There it is. So they're going to move it back from the 25-yard line. That's a 15-yard penalty. And Ardmore is crushing themselves on this drive with penalties.
It may have been a crack. I can't tell.
We'll look that one up. That one we don't have in our the fist-to-fist.
I don't know what that is.
40-yard line is where it's placed. They got to reach the 15, so it's 1st and 25 for Ardmore. 8 in that 3-4 defense. Crowd the line of scrimmage a bit. Swanson takes the snap, hands it off, cutting outside, and getting a big hold. Another penalty is C.J. Williams gets all the way to the 25, but we got an Ardmore hold as Williams, a big hole. And jitterbugged all the way to the 25 for 15, but the laundry came in at the point of attack. Now hold against Ardmore moves him back to the 50-yard line.
We may get home later tonight than we do from our games in Fort Smith, Arkansas later on this year.
That may be the truth, an hour from home. We had a game, it seemed like at
Ardmore, it was McAllister. We had
2 years ago.
742 penalties.
A lot of points and a lot of penalties, I believe, that night from Hooks Eagle Stadium, where we will be next week.
Sure, there won't be any penalties next week.
Ball now back at the 45-yard line, so it was a
10-yarder from the spot.
Spot of the foul. 45-yard line, and they got to reach the 15. 1st and 30. Pistol. Swanson, option right. Williams, nowhere to go. Hemmed in by Jack, and the Cougars got him. Back at the 45. Morris didn't make the tackle, but he turned him back up inside, Trey. Did a great job.
Yeah, and even Fisher missed the tackle, but, again, we're delaying it and giving other people time to get there.
They're going to mark it at the 45. Didn't see who came up off the bottom on the far side, but there's no gain.
I think it was our other middle linebacker, George Maddox, over there. It's going to end of the first quarter.
Quarters in the books. Ada has touched the ball once. They've got 80 yards for a touchdown. They lead Ardmore in the 99th renewal of this tremendous rivalry. 7-0 Cougars. This is Cougar football. You're watching and streaming, watching the stream live at KDARadio.net.
Tribal citizens are Oklahomans, our neighbors. They make a critical difference in community after community, helping schools, building roads, expanding healthcare, benefiting everyone. We are united for Oklahoma, committed to mutual respect, shared strength, and productive partnerships. To join the conversation, visit unitedforoklahoma.com.
7-0 Cougars against Ardmore here as we start the second quarter. You know, for years you heard a legendary voice doing Cougar football. I've had the privilege of calling this for 4 years, but the legend was Mick Cowan.
I don't think you and I together can fill his shoes.
No, but we're going to honor him this season.
Yes. We're going to start a new thing here on the broadcast, and we're going to have the Mick Cowan trivia question. Tonight's question, the all-time Ada Ardmore record is 48-48-2. Best I can tell, Mr. Callie and I were talking about that before the game. The question tonight is, how many games have these two played in the postseason? So 98 games so far. How many in the postseason? If you'll text me your answer, I got a license plate, maroon license plate with a big block A on it to the winner. So feel free to text away.
All right. Ardmore will now move from north to south. Cougars lead 7-0. We'll have some first half, maybe some stats for you momentarily, or at least at halftime. But the Cougars have touched the ball once. This is Ardmore's initial drive. And they've got it at the 45. Got to reach the 15 for a first down. 2nd and 30. Swanson takes the snap. Flushed. Left. Chase. Marr trying to catch him. Gets a hand on him, stands him up, and KK has got him out of bounds at the 39. Good pursuit by Marr and Gallagher, and it was Gallagher, after Marr slowed him down, who finished him off.
Yeah, that's where Fisher's athleticism, KK makes a great play there, without question, but Fisher has enough speed at that inside linebacker position to make Swanson have to go a little bit wider, which allows the other guys to get over there. And even though he doesn't make the tackle, he slowed him down.
3rd and 24 from the 39. Ardmore will send twin receivers, Kyle Cohee, one of them, to the near side of the field. He'll be joined out here, it looks like by maybe Henderson. Swanson in the shotgun, takes the snap, steps back, flushed right, being chased in, out of the pocket by Coffey, still on his feet. Cougars got him at the 50. Oh, baby. Ada, great pursuit. And Cord Coffey was relentless on the rush, missed him, and then came back, and it was one of the key guys on that sack.
Yeah, that was a great persistence there by Cord. I mean, he had him dead to rights. Swanson makes a great move to get out of his grasp, but then has to spin away from somebody else, and then someone else, and then Cord's right back there to bring him down. That's what a stand by this Cougar defense. 3rd and 1, Ardmore had.
3rd and 1. He went back. They had 1, 2, 3, 4. There were 6 penalties, so officially a 12-play drive. It ends at the 48 in Cougar territory. They only end up only moving the ball officially 25 yards after all that, from their own 27 to the 48. Now they punt. The Cougars put nobody back right now because they expect Vargas to either go into the end zone or let it roll dead somewhere. The Cougars not going to take a chance of any fake and just kind of stay disciplined here. Vargas puts his left foot into it. It's not a good kick, and a bounce Ada's way. Hit at the 30 and go dead at the 31-yard line.
Almost got it back to the original line of scrimmage.
A 17-yard kick.
That'll hurt the average. But the Cougar defense there, that was impressive. They didn't get down, especially after Williams busts the one up the middle. They don't touch him. He scores. Luckily, we get it called back with a penalty, but they didn't hang their head. They really bowed their neck after that.
They really did, and then started, looked like figuring a few things out there, Trey, as they got some pressure on Cal Swanson late on that possession and when he tried to pass the football. And maybe the key before that, they stood up the run a couple times and then really got some pressure on Swanson. I think we got called for a media timeout there in between quarters. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Ada leads 7-0 against Ardmore in this 99th meeting all time. Opening game for the Cougars. Ardmore comes in 1-0, the number 9 team in 5A. They got reclassified in their district this year as well. They now are in there with Elgin, Midwest City, and the teams of
Elgin is 5A.
They
now?
are. Elgin is a 5A team, and Midwest.
I remember when they were like 2A.
Yeah, they've really grown out there by Lawton and Midwest City. So it's a pretty tough district for Ardmore. Cougars, of course, new district, southeastern Oklahoma. We play in the Arkansas region down there this year. We make
it's really not
southeastern
either. It's Broken Bow's the only one. It's northeastern.
That's true.
I went to watch Major Cantrell play last week, former Ada kid, in Vian, which is 10 minutes short of Salisaw, which is exciting to know. I got a preview of the drive home. Got home at 12:30, which was exciting for a 7 o'clock game.
And I somehow got you to drive this year, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, the coach's interview, driving. Do you want me to write stuff down for you?
Did I really wake you up at 7:30 the other morning when I called you?
When you work from home, you just roll out.
Did a great job. All right, Cougars' second possession. Got a pair of receivers to the boundary side of the field. Freeland hands it off. Gilmore shuffles his feet, moves left, gets stood up as he tried to get up the middle.
Power in his legs.
He just won't go down. Jonathan Hines, 5'9" to 165, back up Will linebacker.
Got a pretty good spot there. They gave him a full yard. I didn't think he'd got that much. So we'll take it. Keep him honest. Keep pounding that middle. Maybe he bounces one outside and goes, but if nothing else, you're getting those safeties committing to that box.
Andrew Hughes will go to the right side. He'll be the lone receiver to that side. Caden Gallagher to the left, in motion to fake the handoff. Freeland back. Hughes wide open down the middle of the field. If he gets it, it's a touchdown. There you go. 15, 10, 5. See ya, baby. Hughes to the end zone. Wide open from the very beginning on the play action. And the Cougars sprint down the field. The offensive lineman to give a body bump to Andrew.
What was I just saying about those
yards to
safeties
pay
committing
dirt
to the box?
Whew. That
reverse.
It opened
it brought
it
them
up.
both in. And the other thing is, what we've added this year with Monty on the other side is they can't cover both of them one-on-one. So that's what we're looking for, is who's getting the single coverage. And then when those safeties commit on the reverse or the handoff to Darius, then there's no help over the top.
I mean, he was 7-8 yards behind the would-be defensive back who was chasing, and you could see it as a touchdown. The ball got there. Walker the extra point, the snap, the place, the kick. It splits the irons. Uprights, Cougars, 2 possessions. Pay dirt twice. 14-0. 9:33 to play, second quarter. You're listening and watching the Cougars live at KADARadio.net.
If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or maybe your vehicle needs a little attention, we're your one-stop shop.
Come score a new Nissan Pathfinder, completely redesigned and ready to hit the road with style and convenience.
And don't get penalized with high gas prices. The Nissan Altima will get you over 600 miles per tank.
And the MVP of the lineup, the new Nissan Rogue, with best in-class fuel economy and tech.
We are a proud supporter of the Ada Cougar Athletic Department, and we'd like to wish all of you a great season. Go Cougs!
Boy, the jubilation on the Cougar sideline. What a pleasure to see, Trey Kinley. These kids have fought so hard to get to this point. We're early. A lot of football left, but a beautiful touchdown pass from Freeland to Hughes. They've connected twice. Did it 11 times last year. The Cougars lead it 14-0 against arch rival Ardmore.
The thing CJ did there that I really like, he didn't throw it with all he had. He knew Andrew had him beat. He underthrew him a little bit, which was fine, but he didn't overthrow him.
You know, this is a multiple offense. That time, it appeared, I'll have to look back at the replay, max protection. And just got Andrew Hughes out there. Looks like a personal foul is going to have Ada, a penalty against Ardmore. Going to have Ada kicking off in the Ardmore 45. As Ardmore must have said something out there, but get a personal foul. But they really protected well. That up front for the Cougars that time gave all kinds of time for Carter. Isaiah Hayden, Kel Fuller, Caden Baltharp, Jagger Caldwell, Makir Sanusi. If you don't have time, got a guy wide open. If you don't have time, it doesn't matter. He had time and put it right on the money.
Yeah, it was a great play. And that's the thing I like about Coach Osteen is his creativity on offense. Yes, we've run that reverse. We got blown up in the backfield and lost 7 yards on it. But the trickle-down effect of what that causes in the defense's eyes.
See if Walker tries to put it in the end zone at the 45 at Ardmore territory, and he'll put it through the end zone. Yep, he did.
That a kid.
From the 45, boy, has his leg improved since
we talked to Coach Osteen about that a little bit yesterday at the luncheon. And he said he was putting it in the end zone from the regular kickoff with a little bit of wind behind him. We got some false start.
It was offsides against Ada.
Do it again.
Got to do it again. This time they'll move it back to the.
Should be the
50. Didn't they just kick it from the 45?
He looks like he's walking the other way.
Yeah, I think he went the wrong direction. We'll take it. If you want to call penalty on Ada and mark it off against Ardmore, we won't argue in the booth. 14-0 Ada. 9:33 to play in the opening quarter. Appreciate all of our sponsors of Ada Cougar football this year. First United Bank, T&W Tire Center, Roma's Italian Restaurant, Laser Zone Family Fun Center, Vision Bank, Fenton Ford, Chickasaw Travel Stops, Ada Sales and Rental, Ada Nissan, Hilltop Dodge, Simmons Bank, Carter County Dodge, Great Plains Kubota, State Farm Insurance, Don Carpenter Agent, and First United Bank.
I am a bit confused. If we kicked off from so it was no penalty? Or did you see a flag?
Well, he mentioned he called offsides Ada.
Okay. I didn't know if maybe we kicked before they were ready or something.
Then they placed it back at the 45-yard line again. Now they're going to mark it off. Now they got it right. The officials were confused. But that was Jeff Cowley from the Ada News up here with us, and we all conferred that he kicked it from the 45. Now you're kind of a little bit that danger zone. If you can kick it like he just did before, it's going to go through the end zone again. You don't want to give Eric Fields down there a chance if you can help it, putting his hands on the football.
I may try the pooch here. Because then you can pooch it down around the 10, 20.
May not be a bad call. They got the strong side of the formations to the left.
J.D. Dugan, Xander Rhines, Carter Kinley, Kilgore, Fisher Marr, J.B. Coyle.
He boots it again and drives it just short of the goalpost. Good job, Tyler Walker. Nobody offsides this time, I don't think. We hold our breath because the penalties have been aplenty.
Yeah, they're going to have to ice the officials' arms at halftime so they can come out in the second half without being sore.
Ardmore will start 1st and 10 for their own 20-yard line. Let's set that Ada defense as they come out for this possession. Cord Coffey, the left defensive end. Will Johnson to go to the right side. J.B. Cole, the nose guard. The inside backers will be George Maddox and Fisher Marr.
You got Jagger Caldwell and Xander Rhines as the two outside linebackers. Xander playing the star, Jagger playing the jack.
Colton Carlock.
J.D. Dugan as the other safety.
Dugan.
No, Dugan's in at safety, and Colton's not in. I'm not sure who the far safety is. Is that still Bailey?
Yep, number 9. That's Chase Bailey. Handoff up the middle and sprinting to the outside. Here comes Eric Fields. Breaks the tackle 30, secondary 35, and knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line. They did a big gain. They're trying to bring him down on the far side, trying to get a number. Look like Chase Bailey.
Yeah, Chase is the one that ultimately got him out of bounds.
But Fields got 16 to the 36. Ardmore a week ago ran for 308 yards against Lawton Eisenhower in their Week 0 33-20 win. 9:25 to play. Ball at the 36-yard line in Ardmore territory. Ardmore getting a first down. Handoff again up the middle. Cougars jack up the play, push him to the outside, and then pursuit gets him.
Xander Rhines, and is that Cord Coffee again?
Yep, and Maddox getting up, I believe, as well.
Jagger Caldwell came over from that jack position. He was following him around.
They gave it to Fields up the middle, and the middle just nowhere to go. Bounced him outside, and the pursuit was brilliant by the Cougars.
Fisher didn't touch the guy, but was there to cause him to go a different direction, which allowed the other linebackers to converge.
From the 35, second down and 11 from the pistol. Cougars jump, but got in the neutral zone. Will Johnson got a little antsy, and the ball will be moved to the 40-yard line on an offsides against Ada.
Looks like Sun Eagle will come back in for Will.
So from the 40, it goes from second down and 11 to second down and 6. Ardmore's second possession. Ada scored on both their possessions, lead at 14-zip. Got two receivers to the near side of the boundary side. Ball just outside the right hash mark, or just inside the right hash mark. There's a quick pass in the flat, caught 40, 45, 48-yard line. Catching
Cord
up
Coffee again.
Zayden Henderson. Yeah, Cord Coffee all over the place right now. Ball go to the 49-yard line, 9 yards. Going to pass to Henderson and Ardmore first down.
It's kind of we looked like we blitzed two up the middle there, so I think Cord may have dropped back into coverage at that end position. That's why he was a little bit down the field.
So Ardmore's second first down on this drive. Cougars on top 14-0. The last possession went 2 plays and got in the end zone on a long pass to Andrew Hughes of 68 yards. Jet sweep, Cohee. Cougars string it out and got a little bit, and there's
Jagger Caldwell.
Jagger Caldwell from the defensive line position chasing him down.
Linebacker, actually. Yeah. He plays outside linebacker and guard, which is not a real common combination of positions.
Ball at the 46-yard line.
Balthrop comes in, and Wyatt Kilgore. They're on the line along with Sun Eagle.
2nd and 5 for the 46. Ardmore in Cougar territory.
Caden Gallagher also back in the game.
So keeping fresh bodies out there for Ada.
Colton Carlock back in.
Game time temperature was 83. Pistol, handoff, Fields, Cutler Williams outside, back up into the 40 in Ada territory. Going to be a first down. They're finding some success in the running game right now.
We're doing it looks like a lot of these are designed to go up the middle, and we're doing a really good job of clogging it, but they're bouncing, and we're losing a little bit of contain. So we've got to find a way to continue to clog the middle, but also not lose contain on the outside edge.
Again, Wyatt Kilgore, you may have mentioned that already, but Wyatt Kilgore in the game. Played some of that last possession. Freshman. Plays
Andrew Hughes in at safety for the first time, him and Carlock back there.
1st and 10. Ardmore and Ada territory at the 40. Cougars into 3-4 defense. They moved a little bit, but didn't get offside on a hard count by the savvy quarterback, Cal Swanson.
Better snap it quick or he's going to get a timeout for Ardmore.
Yeah, the clock was running down out of the shotgun formation. Timeout on the field with the Cougars on top of the Ardmore Tigers, 14-0. Got any answers to you?
I've got some answers. I'm going to put it up again, run it through this quarter before we announce a winner, unless somebody gets it. I've had 5 or 6. Some have been close, others not so much. Joe Grisey responded. Shayla Walford responded. Treston Eaker, a former Cougar. And then I've got a 7957, or that's Joe. I've got a 2923. Y'all keep the answers coming in. Again, Ada has an all-time record against Ardmore's 48-2. How many games have these two played in the postseason? Text your answer to 580-495-9099.
7:31 to play in the second quarter. We'll have all your statistics for you at halftime. Jeremy Marr on our staff this year and our broadcast crew had to set up on the other side of the field because he does some filming as well. But we'll have stats from him for our halftime. I know the Ada offense has been in high gear early. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. It's trying to hold Ardmore out of the end zone. This is Ardmore's second possession.
And they've moved the ball. They've kind of hurt themselves with some penalties. So hopefully we can bow our neck here and get a punt before halftime and go get another one.
4 receivers in formation, 3 to the right side. Swanson back to pass, flushed out of the pocket, being chased, and finally flings one to the sideline and is caught. What a catch at the 30. Beautiful catch by Zayden Henderson. They had Swanson on the run, and that's why he's going to Illinois. He threw that one on the money after he was flushed out of the pocket for a gain of 10.
Yeah, that left side of the offensive line had 2 really good holds, too. They may get recruited for that. I mean, they were spectacular holds. We had guys twisting, trying to get away.
Ball at the 30-yard line in Ada territory, 1st and 10.
That was a great catch, and you could tell he had that right foot, or left, I can't really tell, extended to get it in bounds there.
Henderson, 6 foot 165 senior, knew right where the boundary was. They got 3 receivers. Fullback goes in motion. They hand it off. Good pursuit in the backfield, but he bounces away and nowhere to go. The Cougars got Williams. What a initial. Was that Will Johnson over there that stuffed the play on the left side?
I thought it was Xander, but
got
I
him
could
stuffed.
be completely wrong.
Then Balthrop, one of them that helped run him down on the near side, and a host of Cougars. That's the way to play defense. Stuff it up inside, make him go to the outside, then the pursuit takes over to be 2nd and 11.
And now 3 fresh defensive linemen in. Coffey, Kilgore, and Will Johnson.
Ball marked back at the 31-yard line. 2nd down and 11 for Ardmore. 6:45 to play in the second quarter. Pistol formation for the senior quarterback Swanson. Got the setback, C.J. Williams right behind him. Runs the option left. Tried to cut it up. Cougars. Will Johnson shut that down. He sprints right. And Caden Gallagher slings him down. Back at the 35. If he pitches that ball on the option, it may be a Cougar touchdown.
They've been intercepted.
Whew. The Cougars got great penetration, and then Caden Gallagher finished it off back at the 35-yard line.
Is that an interception or a fumble recovery?
It'd be a fumble recovery on if it's a backwards pitch.
Yeah. It's an inter-fumble.
I remember that happening in 1976, Oklahoma State. Richard Murray.
Me too. That was the year I was born. I probably was watching that in the hospital.
I think Terry Miller was the big running back for OSU back in the day.
Yeah, that's who it
you
was,
remember that?
for sure, yeah.
Richard Murray picked it off. And
December 3rd, 1976. I watched it from Spokane, Washington in the nursery.
3rd down, big one from the 35-yard line. Well, I was old enough to watch it, that's all I'll say. Timeout Ardmore. 3rd down, and they've got to reach the 8 to 20-yard line. The Cougar defense bending here a little bit, but bowing right now on the last 2 plays to push Ardmore back into a 3rd and 15.
Yeah, they've done a great job. Again, Ardmore's moved the ball. Happens in the first series too, and they gave up that touchdown that was called back. But ever since then, they've kind of bowed their neck a little bit. I'm glad to see the intensity. I'm glad to see the depth at that defensive line, because Ardmore is a big offensive line, much bigger than our defensive line. But if we can rotate fresh bodies in, those big guys got to move more and more and more.
Bridget Velarde on the camera. You see the Cougars sideline over there, and the only thing we talk about the sideline, the players over there, the numbers are up this year. The enthusiasm is at a level I've not seen in a few years, Trey, and they go at it every day in practice, and they're a unit. Ball on the near hash mark, which is the right hash mark. The wide side of the field, you got some speed out there, twin receivers out there. On 3rd and 15, it'll be the shotgun for Swanson of a single setback. Beside him going to be C.J. Williams. Kyle Cohey is playing up just outside the right tackle.
Kind of a up back.
See if he goes out in the pattern, comes in motion. Swanson back to pass, throws in the flat. The ball's caught in the Cougars' pursuit. Jack Moore's going to stand up the receiver at the 29-yard line. That's where you just let them have the little one.
Yep.
Stand them up. Jack Morris got him on a pass complete out there in the flat. Looks like it went to Javon Singleton. I think that's number 8 over there.
Tell you something I like there. J.B. Coyle got penetration, had Swanson dead to rights, got rid of the ball, and J.B., even with his youth, pulled up. He could have tattooed him, but he didn't.
Big play here. Trey, 4th and 9, 55 at the 8 to 29-yard line with 5:50 and counting, second quarter.
I got to think we're probably going to get another timeout here. We're already down to 6 seconds.
Swanson in the shotgun, trying to get the play off with 2. With 1, gets it off, steps back, 3-step drop, chased by Will Johnson, flushed. Will had him. Swanson gets away, tries to turn it upfield, does. Cougars, though, spin him around. Can they get him? He somehow got a first down.
He stepped out of bounds 3 yards short.
Whoa, Cal Swanson made it out. Just an incredible run but Trey Kinley's got his glasses on. It says he can't, as he tightrope the sideline, came up short at the 22-yard line, and Ada should take over on downs. But that was an incredible effort by both sides. But Cal Swanson almost made something when the Cougars had him hemmed in.
Yeah, that official did a really good job of coming in. And my glasses are for reading, Kenny. They're not from seeing far away. So, but he came in and was real demonstrative, pointing that he stepped out of bounds right here.
Well, I don't have any flashlight to my glasses, so I'm going to turn this light on in a minute. It doesn't glare our camera. 23-yard line for the...
Mr. Calley probably appreciate that, too. Here he's over here writing stuff.
From the 23-yard line, Ada takes over for their third possession. They've scored on their first two touchdown passes to Andrew Hughes.
105 yards passing so far, according to the Mars over there keeping the stats for us.
Twins to the right. Freeland, fake hand, throws it out to Morris, flat 30, turns upfield, 35. Jack spins down, gets tackled after 12 at the 35-yard line again. Just found the soft spot in the Ardmore defense, and Freeland, the great read, put it on the numbers, and an Ada first down.
Talking about how one thing leads to another, we run the reverse. That brings the safeties up. Go deep with Andrew, makes the safeties and the corners back off a little bit. Then you get these 10-yard routes where it's an easy pitch and catch.
Junior Reed Sampson checks into the game. Andrew Hughes coming in as well from the sidelines. Ball at the 35-yard line in Ada territory. Ada with a first down on their first play with 4:53 to play in the quarter. They sprint to the line of scrimmage. A single receiver to the boundary side, which is the left side. Freeland takes the snap, 3-step drop. Steps up in the pocket, nowhere to go. Being chased, just going to have to eat it.
Yep, good job eating it there. Darius initially picked up the blitz there, but CJ didn't have anywhere to go with the ball. So the guy that Darius blocked was able to get back up and make the tackle.
Eric Fields is also a really good linebacker. You've heard that name on offense. That time got to Freeland. 2nd and 19 at the 26. Ada on top of Ardmore, 14-0 here in the season opener for the Cougars. Ada at their own 26-yard line. Xavier Jones, 6 foot 255 junior, going to line up at the...
Don't need to get it all back here. Let's get 10 yards or so and then see what we got on the next one.
Darius. Fake hand. Yep, they give it to Gilmore up the middle. Got a big hole. How about Darius? Again, that just misdirection. Great fake and play by Freeland. I was watching Ryans and Freeland, and you called Darius up the middle, and that's to the 36-yard line. Nice gain on second down.
10 yards,
a
like
gain of 10. You got it.
So let's get more than 9. Let's see if they listen again.
Third down from the 36. Good offensive line blocking up front on that push as well.
And Darius' slipperiness. He's just hard to tackle.
Give him a crease. He doesn't have to
he doesn't need a hole.
A hole. Just give him a crease. He can slide through it. Trip receivers to the right. The wide side of the field for Freeland on 3rd and 9. Freeland takes the snap, sprints right now, steps up in the pocket, going to let it go, and he's going to be...
Should be pass interference there.
Yeah, it looked like it was a flag on the Ada backfield, but it looked like as well that Case Stafford was interfered with at 45. No flag on that side.
I think that was KK, actually. Yes. They hit him in the back before it got there.
Ball at the 45-yard line, and they're going to probably decline the penalty, and Ada will end up punting.
There is a penalty on the 39 or on the 44.
Okay, they did throw it back there.
We got an injured player down for Ardmore.
So they've got a flag at the 44, and they've got a penalty. So we'll see what we got. Yeah, Ardmore can't get a number. He's flat on his back. 3:15 to play in the quarter. Ada leads Ardmore 14-0. Going to wave it off. Not sure why.
Good news. Is that Cohey?
Number 2?
No, 3.
Number 2 is Cohey.
Jonathan Hines.
Yep, Jonathan Hines.
Interesting to see what the call is here.
Probably a hold in there against Ada. It looked like potentially. Kind of waiting to get the signal from the folks down on the field.
They're waving that one off too. Never mind. No flags.
So just an incomplete pass?
Holding against Ada. Declined.
So they waved one off and they accepted the holding penalty.
Okay.
A lot of flags.
They waved off the declined? Or declined the wave off?
Declined the wave off. So Ada's going to punt for the first time. This is not 4-down territory on 3rd and 9. You've got a 14-0 lead. You're approaching halftime. get it back to Andrew and protect him and let him get a good foot into the football and make Ardmore.
Has the potential. I've seen him hit punts 40, 50 yards. Last year he struggled a little bit in game had some short ones. I think he's worked on it a little bit, and hopefully we can at least flip the field here.
Got to be careful. C.J. Williams back at the 15-yard line. If Andrew tries to angle one maybe away from him and get a Cougar bounce somewhere down the field, maybe hit around the 30 and kick it left or right, puts his foot into it, or just get it good and high. Williams comes up, lets it bounce, and thought about taking it. He won't. It'll bounce inside the 15. A Cougar roll all the way down to the 10-yard line. That's a dandy. 54 yards.
That'll work.
And no return.
That's big there. That's real big to at least put Ardmore back where they got to go 90 yards, which they've moved the ball, but 90 is a lot further than, if getting a block or a return, it's a lot shorter field for them.
Just need to continue to stay disciplined on the defensive side of the ball, which the Cougars have been for the most part. Again, Ardmore's going to have some plays of 10, 15 yards plus. Just don't let them have too many and nothing bigger than that if you can help. They just got that's looking like Ada. They got athletes, and they're going to get into
they could go 90 anytime. You still got to play disciplined, sound football here, but you'd much rather them have to go that far.
Going to officially mark it at the 11-yard line. First down for Ardmore. Cal Swanson from the pistol formation. Colton Carlock in the game at a defensive back. Hand it to C.J. Williams. He goes nowhere. He goes down in the backfield. Who chased him down there? Getting up, looks like George Maddox shot the gap, Trey, and got him inside the 10 back at the 9.
We were able to, again, clog the middle. He had to bounce it, but we had the pursuit out there to tackle him.
You get the defensive linemen kind of try to tie up those offensive linemen and free up your linebackers to get in there. And that time George Maddox found the gap and got to Williams before he could get his wheels going to the corner and get in the open space.
There's a lot of assignments on this defense are simply just occupy and let the players play.
Second and a dozen. Swanson back to pass. Little flat pass to
Good job by
Cohee.
DeMontre.
It's intercepted. Cougars are in the end zone. Jack Morris touchdown. Oh, baby. Ada gets the interception. Who made the hit? The ball popped up in the air. DeMontre Patterson stuck Kyle Cohee after he made the catch. The ball popped straight up in the air, and Jack Morris
doing his best Teddy Lehman impersonation.
Looked like around the 12-yard line. We'll catch it on the replay, but a touchdown for Ada. They lead it 20-0 with 2:16 to play in the second quarter.
Yep, 14-yard lines where he grabbed it in.
14-yard interception return.
That's the other good news. If you get a good punt like that, then you only got to run the interception 10 or 12 yards.
So Patterson, the hit, Morris opportunistic, Tyler Walker out of the place of Gallagher, and the extra point is splitting the upright off the snap of Fisher-Marr, and the Ada Cougars at the number 9 Ardmore Tigers have a first quarter lead of 21-0, 2:16 to play. This is Cougar football. You're listening and watching live at KADARadio.net.
His 2 Chickasaw travel stops are loaded with fast and convenient items to make your busy schedule a little less hectic. There's something for everyone. We've got a large selection of food choices, fuel that's ethanol-free, and fast and friendly service that you can appreciate, especially when kickoff is minutes away. Locate your Chickasaw travel stop, your one-stop shop, at the corner of Country Club and Lonnie Abbott Boulevard, or on the corner of Main Street and Ladder Road in Ada.
2:16 to play in the second quarter. Electric from Ardmore. The Ada Cougars 21. The Ardmore Tigers nothing. The Cougars get their, in the second quarter of the first game of the season, have struck from the defensive side of the football. DeMontre Patterson, the stand-up hit on Kyle Cohee on a flat pass, and Jack Morris, after the ball popped up in the air, said, "Oh baby, this is a
look what I found.
I'm going to the end zone," and Morris couldn't be more excited. The Cougars lead at 21-0.
While we're got a little break here, winner, chicken dinner. The words of one of my favorite all-time coaches, Jim Waters, coached here in the early 90s. Zach Abbott is the winner. 4 times Ada and Ardmore have played in the postseason, with Ada leading 3-1. Zach, I'll catch you with you.
Mick Cowan trivia question.
We'll have another good one next week.
Trey Kinley, getting that all put together. Appreciate that, Trey. Cougars will kick off the football. Caden Mitchell from the right hash mark, from the 20, from the 40. Probably another pooch to the right or the left. There it is. High kick. Going to be fielded on a fair catch at the 24-yard line. So you do exactly what you want to do. You get a high kick, make them fair catch it. Rudy Vargas did it at the 24, and Ardmore will take over with 2:16 to play in the first half.
Keep your foot on them. Keep them down. Keep them going.
Boy, the excitement for these guys going to the locker room right now, if they can just keep this 21-0 lead.
Like we talked about during the break with Galley, that's what it was last year too, but the other way around. So hopefully we can continue to play Cougar football.
All right, he's going to place the ball right at the 25-yard line. Set that Cougar defense for you. You got Patterson at one cornerback, Deontay Lindsay at the other. Jack Morris.
He's in at the star. You got Andrew and Carlock in at the safeties.
Jack in coverage. Trip receivers to the left. They're going to hand it off to C.J. Williams. Cuts it back up inside. Now bounces outside. J.B. Coyle. Fisher Marr all over him as the Cougars get C.J. Williams at the 27-yard line after only a gain of 2.
Great job by J.B. just going down the line and making the tackle.
That young man plays with enthusiasm and energy, does he not?
They're exciting to watch, and just the intensity. It's so exciting.
2nd down and 8. Cougars in their vaunted 3-4 defense. 3 in the trenches. Again, Swanson from the gun. Sprints right on the rollout and got another flag, and Swanson's frustrated as Caden Gallagher breathing down his neck late, but got movement against Ardmore. It's going to push them back 5 more.
It must have been on the outside edge. I was watching the line and didn't see anything, but where the official threw it over there, maybe this wide receiver moving a little bit early again.
Penalties adding up. We'll have all your statistics for you at halftime. Jeremy Moore will be relaying them to us. We'll run them down for you and also have highlights of right now 3 big Cougar plays here in the first half to lead 21-0. $1:38 to play in the first half. Cal Swanson now looking to the sideline. Yeah, a lot of confusion. Now you only got 10 seconds to snap it. He gets to the line of scrimmage, looks at his wrist. Pistol formation. Got 3 receivers. Man in motion from the backfield. They hand it off to C.J. Williams up the middle. This time he finds some running room. Gets to the outside. Got to bring him down to the 35. Reverses and finally brought down to the 38-yard line. Got into the secondary. Will Johnson helped finish him off at a 16-yard run by C.J. Williams.
Looks a lot like Darius. Very similar running styles. Not really north-south. They just matriculate their way down the field.
It's a good word. What does that mean?
I don't know. They kind of move different directions.
38-yard line. 1 minute to play. Cougar trying to make a stand in the half, leading 21-0 from Ardmore. Swanson from the gun. Man, may have moved on the near side. Throws it out in the flat. The ball caught, then ran out of bounds on the far side. Trying to get a number over there. Looked like maybe number 18, Richards. Hard to see the number on the far side, but he got 5 yards.
2, Deontay Lindsay.
Or Lindsay ran him out of bounds.
Yep. 7
yards. Make it 5 yards to the 43 from the 38. 2nd and 5. The clock definitely has stopped, but definitely, if he went out of bounds, definitely an asset right now for the Cougars. Ball at the 43-yard line in Ardmore territory. Swanson going to sprint right, looking downfield. Nobody open, being chased. Cougars really got him hemmed up over here, and Swanson runs out of bounds. We've got a hold in the backfield against Ardmore. More laundry, and I believe it's going to go against Ardmore. I was watching downfield, boy.
I don't think it was a hold. Will Johnson was running up the field, and I don't know if they went low. It's interesting.
Yep, you got
Chop
it.
block.
Chop block. Good call. Well, I was watching downfield as the Cougars cut the field in half when Swanson rolled out, and the coverage downfield, Andrew and like
probably DeMontre.
They really shut down the 3 receivers on this side of the field.
Fisher and Will both had a beeline on Swanson, who's got speed, and he got the corner. But the reason he got the corner on Will is because in the free open field, the guy went low on him, and that's not blocked below the knees. I don't think it's a chop block, because chop block's when someone is occupied a lineman and someone else goes low, right? No, that's a cut block.
Yep.
So it was a chop. I mean, he went low on him for sure.
18-yard penalty. Back to the 25-yard line, a spot penalty. And Ardmore would find himself in another long situation with the 25. 23 yards to go on 2nd down, 25 seconds to play. 2nd quarter. Swanson from the gun. Single setback to his left. Cohey in motion. Swanson, the play fake. Swanson chase, sacked. Oh, the Cougars got him.
Is that Balthrop?
Balthrop, Kilgore in there as well.
Maybe Kilgore.
Maybe Wyatt Kilgore. Yeah, Wyatt Kilgore, 51.
Is he hurt?
Sacked Cal Swanson, who does get up slow. The Cougars have been in the backfield all night. Really making, and that's going to end the quarter, in the half. They mark what they mark that sack back to? The 27?
Yes. 17.
17 to an 8-yard sack.
Could you ask for a better half?
My goodness. So a sack ends the half, and the Ada fans, hopefully you can hear a little bit of them on our crowd mic on the outside. They're on the far side of the field making some noise for Noble Stadium in Ardmore. One half in the books. The Cougars, opening the 2022 season, lead the Ardmore Tigers 21-0. You're listening and watching the Ada Cougars live at KADARadio.net. Your first half stats and much, much more coming back after this timeout.
Cougar football, presented by the Chickasaw Nation, along with First United Bank, Ada Nissan, CTS, T&W Tire, Wild Rose Place, Carter County Dodge and Hyundai, Vision Bank, Roma Italian Restaurant, Laser Zone, Hilltop Dodge, Simmons Bank, Great Plains Kubota, State Farm Agent Don Carpenter, and Fitton Ford.
This is Lucas Clark, president of First United Bank here in Ada. We measure success not just with numbers, but with a commitment to faith, financial well-being, personal development, and wellness. It's how we spend life wisely. If that doesn't sound like a bank, welcome to First United. Learn more at spendlifewisely.com. Proud supporter of the Ada Cougars, member FDIC.
Tribal citizens are Oklahomans, our neighbors. They make a critical difference in community after community, helping schools, building roads, expanding healthcare, benefiting everyone. We are united for Oklahoma, committed to mutual respect, shared strength, and productive partnerships. To join the conversation, visit unitedforoklahoma.com.
If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or maybe your vehicle needs a little attention, we're your one-stop shop.
Come score a new Nissan Pathfinder, completely redesigned and ready to hit the road with style and convenience.
And don't get penalized with high gas prices. The Nissan Altima will get you over 600 miles per tank.
And the MVP of the lineup, the new Nissan Rogue, with best in-class fuel economy and tech.
We are a proud supporter of the Ada Cougar Athletic Department, and we'd like to wish all of you a great season. Go Cougs!
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised. Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm Agent Don Carpenter, your State Farm agent in Ada for over 44 years today.
Ada's 2 Chickasaw travel stops are loaded with fast and convenient items to make your busy schedule a little less hectic. There's something for everyone. We've got a large selection of food choices, fuel that's ethanol-free, and fast and friendly service that you can appreciate, especially when kickoff is minutes away. Locate your Chickasaw travel stop, your one-stop shop, at the corner of Country Club and Lonnie Abbott Boulevard, or on the corner of Main Street and Ladder Road in Ada.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
They're all about 50.
Welcome back to Noble Stadium in Ardmore, season opener for the Ada Cougars, and the Cougars have started 2022 for the first 2 quarters in great fashion. Now that the message at halftime will probably be keep the pedal down and finish. Ada leads Ardmore 21-0 at halftime from Noble Stadium. Kenny Morrison, Trey Kinley, Bridget Velarde doing a great job on camera. Jeremy Marr, spotter and statistician on the far side as the Cougars lead at 21-0. And Trey, they got here just didn't play flawless football, had a few penalties in there that kind of made them go an extra distance on that opening drive.
I don't remember many since then, though. We had the one that was declined on that last drive, the last time we had the ball before Andrew's punt.
You know, one of the things Coach alluded to, take care of the football, no turnovers so far, eliminate big plays, We've talked, just talking to him and listening to the practice through the week and so forth. No real big plays. Ardmore had some 10-yard plus plays, but nothing just huge. And then be disciplined, and it's not just being disciplined in the penalty situation, but be disciplined in your assignments. And I think you saw that especially in the second quarter. The coverage downfield, the containment of Cal Swanson, bouncing the running backs outside so pursuit can get to them, and all that comes from maybe not making the tackle, but the message preaches do your job. Contain. You may not make the tackle, but if you make the guy bounce, then we trust our speed and our other players to go get the ball carrier. And the Cougars at times really for a large part of that first half, very good in that regard. Let's go ahead and recap your first half for you. Then after our next break, we'll have your statistics for you. Ardmore won the toss and elected to defer, so Ada received, and the ball went into the end zone, started at their own 20-yard line. Gilmore got 4 on first down, and then got on third down. The Cougars converted after an incomplete pass on a pass to Jack Morris. Ada would eventually move the ball all the way to the 32 of Ardmore, and then a penalty from the Ardmore 42 on a pass interference kept 1-8 drive alive and got them down to the 27-yard line. Xander Rhines had a nice run of 5 yards. Cougars then found themselves at the end of this drive, which was a long drive tray, at the 12-yard line in Ardmore territory, facing a fourth down. They could get a first down at the 1. Cougars elect to go for it on fourth down from the 12. 4th and 11, and here's what happened next. Rolling right, throws a hard one over the middle, touchdown! Andrew Hughes on a bullet from Carter Freeland as the Cougars have struck first. Andrew pulled it in, and Ada was on the board. Extra point by Tyler Walker pushed the Ada lead to 7-0. 12 play, or they went 80 yards in 14 plays, took them 16 seconds, and then got the pass to Hughes, and Ada led 7-0. Ardmore started an impressive drive, but there was 6 penalties on the next drive by Ardmore, or a couple more against Ada, but Ardmore was their own worst enemy, and finally Ardmore had to punt the football to the Cougars, and they could only reach the 48-yard line. They had 12 plays on the drive, but they ended up having to kick it because all the penalties kept pushing them backwards. And they started at the 17-yard line, and Ada took over after the punt, and it was a bad punt by Vargas. It only went down to the 31-yard line. Gilmore on first down got a yard to the 32. Trey Kinley said, well, at least that sucked in the safeties and the linebackers. And here's what happened on the very next play. Take the handoff. Freeland back. Hughes wide open down the middle of the field. If he gets it, it's a touchdown. There you go. 15, 10, 5. See ya, baby. Hughes to the end zone. Wide open from the very beginning. And Andrew Hughes some 10 yards behind the defensive backs on a beauty from Carter Freeland. Extra point by Walker made it 14-0 Ada. Ardmore turned it over on downs on their next possession. Ada did the same, had to make their first punt of the game, but Andrew Hughes may have set up the next touchdown with a 54-yard punt that rolled dead for Ardmore at the 11-yard line. They went backwards on first down. The Cougars a 2-yard loss on a handoff to C.J. Williams. It was 2nd down and 12, and the defense said, well, the offense has scored twice. Let's see what we can do about this. Little flat pass to Cohee. It's intercepted. Cougars are in the end zone. Jack Morris, touchdown. Oh, baby. Ada gets the interception. Who made the hit? The ball popped up in the air. You see the excitement there. They try to pass to Kyle Cohee. It was a short pass, was going nowhere, but DeMontre Patterson threw the lumber to him. The ball popped straight up in the air. Jack Morris took it to the house, and Ada led 21-0 after the Walker extra point. And that's the way we are at halftime, as Ardmore could do nothing on their final possession of the first half. 8-21, Ardmore nothing from Noble Stadium in Ardmore. Kenny Morrison, Trey Kinley on the call. Stay with us. Your first half stats by Trey coming your way next. This is Cougar Football. You're watching and listening live to the live stream at K80aradio.net.
A strong defense, an aggressive offense, and ability to make the big plays. That's Vision Bank and the Ada Cougars. From the first kickoff to the final buzzer, the Cougars keep on working for excellence, and so does Vision Bank. From your first savings and checking account, your first car, your first home, all the way through to retirement, Vision Bank strives for your financial success. Ada Cougar Football and Vision Bank, a winning combination. See the difference with Vision Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 402156.
Searching for a stress-free, no-hassle car buying experience? Then look no further than Hilltop Dodge.
From our well-knowledgeable sales staff to our qualified service department, here at Hilltop Dodge, we strive to deliver the best customer satisfaction. Here at Hilltop Dodge, we are huge supporters of the Ada Cougar football team and want to wish them good luck on their season. So come on down to Hilltop Dodge and experience what car buying is supposed to feel like.
Come in and see us at 1109 North Broadway in Ada.
Just 3 miles east of Ada, Wild Rose Place is the perfect venue for your special event. Their 5,600 square foot facility includes 2 large indoor event areas, full kitchen, bride suite, groom's dressing room, and outdoor event area. Wild Rose Place is the perfect place for your wedding, prom, family gathering, or corporate meeting. You can rent the facility or have it decorated with one of their customizable decorating packages. Visit wildroseplace.net and let Wild Rose Place make your event unforgettable. That's wildroseplace.net.
Hello, I'm Keith Frazier, store manager at T&W Tire, 500 East Main here in Ada.
And I'm Jamie. We would like to remind you if you have any tire needs, whether it be farm, ranch, tractor trailer, or your personal vehicle, we can help you pick out the right tire for you. We also offer 24-hour roadside service and can change your oil, put on brakes, shocks, or align your front end.
We are your authorized Michelin tire dealer with dozens of other tire brands available. T&W Tire, not just a tire store, but a whole lot more. Call 332-5145.
There's maroon, gold, black, white. They all have things in common. School pride, friendly competition, bringing home the win, and the full support of Laser Zone Family Fun Center. Head on over to celebrate that win. There's bowling, laser tag, an arcade, mini golf, and more. Laser Zone is where the school spirit is splat.
Ada Cougars. We at Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai are some of your biggest fans. We know that you're not only excelling today on the fields, but in gyms, on stage, and in the classrooms. But you are also going to be tomorrow's great leaders. Embrace it and enjoy it. From your friends, neighbors, and automotive experts, Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai in Ardmore. Remember, if it doesn't say Carter County, you paid too much.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
I'll give a quick thanks to sponsor and throw it to you for stats. Welcome back to Noble Stadium in Ardmore. 8-21 Ardmore, nothing here at halftime. The number 9 team in Class 5A being hit in the mouth by the Cougars here in the first half. Ada trying to win their 49th all-time game in this series. Cougar football brought to you by First United Bank, T&W Tire Center, Roma's Italian Restaurant, Laser Zone Family Fun Center, Vision Bank, Fenton Ford, Chickasaw Travel Stops, Ada Sales and Rental, Ada Nissan, Hilltop Dodge, Simmons Bank, Carter County Dodge, Great Plains Kubota, State Farm Insurance, Don Carpenter, Agent. Jeremy Marr's been working hard on the far side on our stats. Trey Kinley's got them to deliver to you for the Cougars and the Tigers.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad in our first game. He's not in here with us where I can kind of help him with that. And he got kind of thrown to the wolves since he's over on the other side of the field, but has done a great job. I'll start with Ardmore first. They had 7 first downs, 21 rushes for 62 yards, so less than three a carry. 4 completions for 35 yards, and one of them is that great third down throw that Swanson made, rolling out of the pocket. 4 of 7, no touchdowns, 1 interception. A great look what I found play by Jack Morris. 8 penalties for 63 yards in the first half. Third down conversions, says 1 for 8. I don't know, that doesn't seem right, but I don't know if it's because of the all those penalties. Yeah. So 1 of 2 on 4th down. Team-wise, Eric Fields has 6 rushes for 37 yards. Cal Swanson has 5 for 18. C.J. Williams, 7 for 13. Kylan Cohey, 1 for 5. And then an unidentified player had -2 yards on a rush. Passing,
Swanson had 35 yards on 4 of 7.
Yeah, they just shut down the passing game so far, and two things there. I'm sorry to don't want to interrupt you in the middle of the stats, but from our vantage point, couple just working together. We've noticed we said the great coverage there late in the half.
Right.
Well, also the pressure they're getting up the middle from Johnson and Coyle and other guys they're getting Swanson. He can be dangerous on the edge, but they're getting him out of the pocket. He doesn't have a lot of time just to sit back there and try to pick them apart.
Yeah, a lot of times with passing games, especially like they run and like we run, there's rhythm. So if you get a free rusher, even if they don't make the tackle, make the sack, they flush, throws the timing off on everything else. So if you've got a 10-yard route, but quarterback's running this way, when you're cutting, he misses the cut because his eyes aren't downfield. He's watching the guy tracking him down. So it really helps, not just the coverage, but what the line and the linebackers do as well. Zayden Henderson had 3 catches for 30 yards, and Ja'Cory Halstead had 1 for 5 yards. On the Ada side, had 8 first downs, 11 rushes for 34 yards, a little over 3 a carry, 7 receptions for 115 yards. CJ was 7 of 9 for 115, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Did have a fumble, but we recovered it, didn't lose it. Penalties, 4 for 31, and they were all on that first drive. We had 111 yards on our first drive. Or maybe there was just 3.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yep.
We had over 100 yards.
Yeah.
Third down conversions 2 of 4, fourth down 1 of 1, the touchdown to Andrew in the back of the end zone. Individually, Darius had 6 rushes for 24 yards, over 4 yards a carry. Caden Gallagher had 1 for 13. Xander had 1 for 5. DeMontre had the reverse where he was caught in the backfield, but it's that same play that set up the play to Andrew, which then set up to play the next way with the reverse because they don't know what we're doing. We're keeping them guessing, which is great. Receiving, Andrew had 2 catches for 80 yards. Jack Morris has had 5 for 35. You got your deep threat. You got your possession receiver. It's setting up, and I look, and that's a lot of these are choice routes, and the first guy's open, so that's who Carter's going with. So that's why you're only seeing 2 receivers there. Andrew's been open. Both times he went long, got a pass interference on one, just barely overthrew him on another one, had the touchdown and the long one, and then Jack's been the first option. That's CJ 7 of 9, 115.
Yeah,
touchdowns a pick.
Very in the offensive line protected CJ. I remember him being sacked one time, but the offensive line's done a great job giving CJ time to throw the football. And again, Andrew Hughes, who had a record day last year with the big receiving game, has 80, as Trey said here in the first half. 21-0. Ada leads Ardmore at halftime. Ardmore will have the ball to start the second half. We've got the call for you when we come back. You're listening and watching the Ada Cougars live at KADARadio.net.
A strong defense, an aggressive offense, and ability to make the big plays. That's Vision Bank and the Ada Cougars. From the first kickoff to the final buzzer, the Cougars keep on working for excellence, and so does Vision Bank. From your first savings and checking account, your first car, your first home, all the way through to retirement, Vision Bank strives for your financial success. Ada Cougar football and Vision Bank, a winning combination. See the difference with Vision Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 402156.
Searching for a stress-free, no-hassle car buying experience? Then look no further than Hilltop Dodge.
From our well-knowledgeable sales staff to our qualified service department, here at Hilltop Dodge, we strive to deliver the best customer satisfaction. Here at Hilltop Dodge, we are huge supporters of the Ada Cougar football team and want to wish them good luck on their season. So come on down to Hilltop Dodge and experience what car buying is supposed to feel like.
Come in and see us at 1109 North Broadway in Ada.
Just 3 miles east of Ada, Wild Rose Place is the perfect venue for your special event. Their 5,600 square foot facility includes 2 large indoor event areas, full kitchen, bride suite, groom's dressing room, and outdoor event area. Wild Rose Place is the perfect place for your wedding, prom, family gathering, or corporate meeting. You can rent the facility or have it decorated with one of their customizable decorating packages. Visit wildroseplace.net and let Wild Rose Place make your event unforgettable. That's wildroseplace.net.
Hello, I'm Keith Frazier, store manager at T&W Tire, 500 East Main here in Ada.
And I'm Jamie. We would like to remind you if you have any tire needs, whether it be farm, ranch, tractor trailer, or your personal vehicle, we can help you pick out the right tire for you. We also offer 24-hour roadside service and can change your oil, put on brakes, shocks, or align your front end.
We are your authorized Michelin tire dealer with dozens of other tire brands available. T&W Tire, not just a tire store, but a whole lot more.
Call 332-5145.
There's maroon, gold, black, white. They all have things in common. School pride, friendly competition, bringing home the win, and the full support of Laser Zone Family Fun Center. Head on over to celebrate that win. There's bowling, laser tag, and arcade, mini golf, and more. Laser Zone is where the school spirit is flat.
Ada Cougars. We at Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai are some of your biggest fans. We know that you're not only excelling today on the fields, but in gyms, on stage, and in the classrooms. But you are also going to be tomorrow's great leaders. Embrace it and enjoy it. From your friends, neighbors, and automotive experts, Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai in Ardmore. Remember, if it doesn't say Carter County, you paid too much.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
Welcome back to Ardmore. 21-0 Ada at halftime. Both teams have returned to Noble to the field here at Noble Stadium. Ardmore will have the ball to start the second half. It's going to wind down to 0 here, but they'll put 3 more minutes on the clock, I believe, are the rules as the teams get ready for the second half. Cougars again on top. Ada at McAllister next week. We'll have the call for you. Another 7:30 kickoff. McAllister, the number 1 ranked team in Class 5A, and the Cougars will be up there at 7:30 next week, 7 o'clock pregame, as the Cougars will hopefully hang on to this game, be 1-0 going into that shootout next week. A few scores may be of interest here. Looking in our district, Berry Hill, number 9 in the state, beating Fort Gibson, who's in the Ada district, 45-13, Berry Hill in the third quarter.
Fort Gibson looking to go probably 0-2 in that one.
Hilldale, ranked number 8 in the state, hammering Edison Prep 44-6 in the fourth quarter. Former district opponent Cushing, really good team, leads Bristow 49-7. Medill and Long Grove. Medill trying to go to 2-0. Coach Osteen's former team. Medill leads Long Grove 14-8. Halftime. Ardmore leads here, or Ada leads here, over Ardmore at Ardmore 21-0. Other district scores, or non-district play tonight.
Broken Bow.
Yep, they lead Durant 17-6. That game, that Durant will be an opponent in 2 weeks. That Cougars' first home game, Trey, coming up in a couple of weeks. Homecoming, and that's
first of only 4 home games this year.
That's right, 4 of the 10. Next year, at least we have 6 at home, and just maybe it's kind of the way it works out in this season.
I wish they'd even out, because only one of those is, one of them's at Medill and the other one's at Durant, and only 2 travel ones instead of 4 this year.
Yeah.
Far ones.
4 far ones. But I will remind you, in all the games, now some of those you may not be able to make, down in northeastern, southeastern Oklahoma, is a 2.5, 3 hour plus drives on some of them. We will be there, live streaming, KADA, radio.net. Myself, Trey Kinley, Bridges Velarde, Jeremy Marr. We will have the call for you, and you can watch and listen to all the Cougar games this year. And so far, a pretty good start for the Cougars. All right, Trey, we head to the second half here with Ada on top, 21-0. And as we head to the second half of play, the Cougars will do their best to try to keep the heat on Ardmore here in the second half. And what do you think the message is at halftime?
0-0.
Yeah.
Intensity, keep it up. When you play a team like Ardmore, they've got so much speed and so much firepower. They're literally 3 plays away from tying the game up. So you've got to stay aggressive. You've got to stay disciplined. You've got to stay smart. And don't let them believe. That's the big thing for me. If we could get a stop here coming out, a stop and a score, that's huge. And the more you could extend the lead, the more one-dimensional they become, which makes your job on defense easier. So I hope they just keep playing like they have been. 0-0. Let's win this half.
So they'll kick off from the 40-yard line. It looks like it's going to be Caden Mitchell. We'll put it on the field to 40. So Ardmore will go north to south on their opening possession here. Kendra Grant, remember that name?
Yep.
He's back to receive the kickoff.
Is he really?
Former Ada Cougar. Moved to Ardmore.
17.
Yep, number 17, Kendra Grant, down at the 12-yard line on the far side of the field. And C.J. Williams.
Good news is Swanson looks like he's good to go. You obviously don't want someone to get hurt, and he went down weird there on that last play, so I was hoping he wasn't injured, but he's looking good there on about the 35, 36-yard line, so he'll be good to go.
Special teams has done great so far, and you mentioned him earlier. You mentioned number 22 out there earlier of the game, named Carter Kinley.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on different kick coverages. We'll see.
There's a deep pooch. They're going to go, but Fields gets it. They make it C.J. Williams to 25, dancing to the 33. You know, Williams got the return that time. But they kind of had him hemmed in with that kick and kind of forced everything to the sidelines. Colton Carlock over there to help out on the play. Xander Ryan's also in the area.
J.D. Dugan.
Ardmore will start 1st and 10, 11:54 to play third quarter from their own 33-yard line.
It's a good start. It looks like they're trying to hide him a little bit on the kickoff returns. Maybe they switched their up backs and their deep backs there.
We'll set the Ada defense for you. Cord Coffey, J.B. Coyle, Will Johnson left to right across the defensive line. Maddox and Marr the backers on the inside. Rhines and Gallagher the outside backers. We'll set the secondary in a moment. Shotgun formation for Swanson. Handoff. C.J. Williams got a big crease at the 35. Cuts back to his right at the 40, up to the 43-yard line. Brought down Caden Gallagher in the area along with Coyle, but a nice run of 10 for C.J. Williams.
Yeah, he's just shifty. We're making contact, but he bounces too. We got Andrew and Carlock in the safety, and then looks like Deontay Lindsay and DeMontre Patterson as the corners.
1st and 10. They got a 10-yard run exactly by C.J. Williams. You get twin receivers left, one to the boundary, which is the right side. Fullback goes in motion. They hand it off to Williams. Stood up. Oh, baby. George Maddox shot the gap from his linebacker position and shows excitement. He leveled C.J. Williams at the 42-yard line.
That's O'Calley there. That's his Cali excitement coming out in him.
Again, he just read that beautifully at the 42. 2nd down and 11. 11:18 to play, third quarter, second half just underway with Ada leading Ardmore 21-0.
You'd be hard-pressed to find two middle linebackers in the state with as much experience as these two juniors had, and part of that because of what happened to Caden Ross last year when he went down.
Henderson on the flat pass, DeMontre Patterson right there to wrap him up, though, at the 45. Trey, you give that up all day long.
Yeah. Give up the catch and converge and tackle.
When you were talking about experience, sorry about that. I cut it on the play, but yeah, those two have really become a formidable linebacking core.
Absolutely. And then the two on the outside they're not going to get as many tackles, but they're funneling. They're occupying.
Great containers.
Yep.
45-yard line, 3rd and 8 in Ardmore territory. Cougars trying to bear down and force a 4th down on the opening possession. Pistol formation, Cougars jump offside. Will Johnson on the hard cadence jumped into the neutral zone. Now makes it a 3rd and 3. They'll move the ball to the 50-yard line.
It's interesting. That was on the far side. The near side official made the call. The far side official didn't. Normally, you're watching your side of the line. But I figure he probably had some people telling him behind him that they were offsides there.
We obviously can't hear the cadence up here, but Swanson he changes it up pretty well, I'm assuming, out there. So 3rd and 3, 50-yard line. They got to reach the 8-47. Cougars trying to bear down. Again, Swanson from the gun at his 45-yard line. Rolls left, and we got a whistle that stops play. And I think Ardmore just might have gave 8-5 back.
Swanson was limping there. I'm not sure what happened.
Officials converge. Illegal motion.
Did that come from the far side with our coaches helping that official?
They may have. The laundry has been, again, aplenty on this Friday night. Season opener for Ada, 21-0 Cougars, third quarter. Up over the football is 5'10", 250 senior Furman Avila.
The way Swanson pulled out of there, it's almost like maybe he got stepped on because it was kind of off balance. So I wonder if the left tackle or left guard maybe stepped backwards onto him.
40-yard line is where Swanson stands. The ball snapped from the 45. Swanson straight back in the pocket, being chased, being flushed. They got him. The ball's loose. Cougars, they don't get it. Ardmore got it back, but the Cougars chased down Swanson. Who was that? Was that White Kilgore again? Chasing the quarterback?
Rhines, I think, both came in.
My goodness, the pressure was tremendous at the 45-yard line. Again, watching the...
Coach Shamley's doing a great job of mixing it up who's coming. I don't know that Ardmore's figured out yet who is coming on each play, so it really helps them. We got 12 men on the field.
Vargas punt blocked by Xander Rhines at the 21-yard line. Did we have 12?
We did, but they didn't throw a flag.
The ball goes to the 21. Rhines busting through. It's blocked the punt of Vargas, swallowed his foot at the 22, and the Cougars take over in Ardmore territory.
I was watching the guy run off the field and didn't get the punt. The block.
Xander just busted through to the 21-yard line, so the Cougars will take over. In plus territory.
Replay here. I apologize for the silence, trying to figure out what was going on.
Well, Xander got the block. He just came charging through. The ball at the Ardmore 21-yard line, and Ada a chance to put their foot down a little bit harder here on the Ardmore Tigers.
That's they got the stop that I was asking for. Now I need a score.
Shotgun by Freeland, twins to the right. Freeland hands it off to Gilmore, sprints left, cuts it back inside, darts to the 15. What a move. Darius Gilmore got a little block on the edge by Rhines, cut it back up inside. Looks like Jonathan Hines finally maybe drug him down, but a nice run by Darius to the 16. He got 5.
Just give him a crease. A little sliver.
Ada will be patient here at the 16 in Ardmore territory. 2nd and 5, 8:44 and counting, third quarter. Opportunistic Cougars. An interception for a touchdown, and then Xander Rhines, a bolt of lightning to block that punt. I mean, that ball barely got off the foot of Mr. Vargas back there.
And I think the punter was trying to rush it to get the 12th man on the field for Ada, and maybe the gap assignments didn't hold.
With 1 second to snap it, handoff Gilmore, cuts it back up inside after he stopped on the corner and got to the 11, and he's going to have a Cougar first down. A great read by Day-Day as he was going off the tackle right, then planted Trey.
I think he came backwards cut it right about a yard and then went back up. Great job there by Caden Gallagher, a little extracurricular activity going on after the play, and he didn't retaliate. He just, and looks like the guy that it was happening with has a cramp, maybe is what it looks like.
I said first down. They're going to mark it about a few inches short of the first down.
Wonder if we'll see Fisher-Marr here.
Nope. Maybe under center. Third down. Under center is Freeland.
Nobody over center.
Takes a snap, gives it to Day-Day. He's got it. Again, inside the 10, pushing the pile. The Cougars on a rugby scrum pushed Gilmore down to close to the 5-yard line. The market at the 6, first and goal for Ada.
We had a pancake there on the goal line. I'm trying to get a number. 59. Is that
Sanusi?
Sanusi, yeah. He drove his guy all the way to the goal line. We got another one limping off for Ardmore now. Again, I don't know if it's cramps.
Jonathan Hines, and he goes down at the 12-yard line. The ball at the 6, first and goal for Ada. You know, I was watching that last play and Trey, the offensive line, you need about 2 or 3 inches, but when you hand it off, I mean, you always take the risk. You could get somebody shoot the gap and get you in the backfield. Offensive line didn't need a big push, but they got the line, the bigger defensive line for Ardmore about 1.5 yards, 2 yards backwards, enough for Gilmore just to pound it in there and get a first down.
And it's the tempo is wearing down that defensive line. And our guys are playing with confidence. It's amazing what confidence will do for you, and they're believing. So just line up and go. I wouldn't be surprised to see Fisher here. We saw him in the scrimmage in a situation like this kind of a power. You've got Day-Day and Xander that are kind of sideways runners, shifty. Fisher, you're going to give him the ball and he's going to go straight north and south. If this field goes north and south, it does. It's made correctly.
Cougars are going north right now.
Unlike that one in Stillwater, Mr. Jameson Kinney. I haven't mentioned OU one time. Thank you. But I will mention OSU in their east-west field.
A lot of points rained down on that field last night, I understand.
Yeah, there was. It was was it 44 to
58, 44, something like that.
But I don't think it was ever that close. It looked like they scored 22 in the fourth to make it a closer game. Sanders had a great game.
Sanders is probably an all Big 12 guy. He's a stud.
He's good.
All right, Cougars have it first and goal at the 6, 7:33 to play, ball, and the clock rolling here in the third quarter. Freeland comes up under center, takes the snap, going to hand it off to Patterson on kind of the little reverse handoff. He's inside the 5 to the 4, and finally brought down by an Ardmore tackler. Looks like Calvin Mendoza got him.
And they did have Fisher in at tailback there, faked it to him up the middle. We'll see what comes up after that. Looks like, who's that running on there? I can't tell.
Patterson is off.
Xander came back in.
Case Stafford also leaves the game. Cord Coffey is in the game along with Andrew Hughes. Balthrop goes up over center. Rhines and Gallagher are kind of the sniffer backs right and left. Here's a handoff to Gallagher, headed toward the end zone, running right, touchdown, Ada! Oh, a beautiful play from the left side. Gallagher was set up and came sprinting in motion right, took the handoff and heads to the end zone. And the Cougars again just have Ardmore all shook up on this misdirection stuff. And Ada has found the end zone for the fourth time and extended their lead to 27-0 with 6:41 to play here in the third quarter.
That looked like a little wing T formation there. Had some tailbacks lined up on the wings, and then Fisher deep in a three-point stance.
And that's what they said they're going to show this year, a lot of the wing T, and that was a beauty. Walker's extra point right down the middle. Tyler Walker splits the uprights. 6:41 to play, quarter number 3. The Ada Cougars have only taken 5 plays to go 21 yards to lead Ardmore 28-0 in the third. You're listening and watching the Cougars streaming live at K80aradio.net.
A strong defense, an aggressive offense, and ability to make the big plays. That's Vision Bank and the Ada Cougars. From the first kickoff to the final buzzer, the Cougars keep on working for excellence, and so does Vision Bank. From your first savings and checking account, your first car, your first home, all the way through to retirement, Vision Bank strives for your financial success. Ada Cougar football and Vision Bank, a winning combination. See the difference with Vision Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 402156.
Cougars go 21 yards in 5 plays on this drive, and it took them 2 minutes and 39 seconds this time. I don't think I gave you the scoring recap on the first half drives. We'll get that a little bit later on. 28-0, Ada on top. But, well, you said at halftime the message would probably be from Coach Osteen, hey, it's 0-0.
Yep.
Let's go out with intensity. They stop Ardmore.
You know what the score is now? 0-0.
0-0. That's what Coach Osteen's going to coach. That's what he's going to play, and the players right now are believing. Cougars will kick off again from the 40-yard line. Caden Mitchell will tow it toward the north end of Noble Stadium. Ardmore beat Lawton Eisenhower last week, 33-20. Ada opening the season this week. High kick, fair catch, 29-yard line, and down to a knee, and that's about where you want
we'll take it
to boot it, and that's where it went.
They're doing, we did the pooch last year, and those guys were so successful with it during the year, but they're getting even more height on it this year, where they're not really giving them an option to not fair catch it, which is part of it.
Calvin Mendoza made that fair catch at the 30-yard line, so this is where Ardmore will start their second possession of the second half. Chase Bailey back in the game in a safety position. And alternating back there.
J.D. Dugan back there with him.
Yep, J.D. Dugan getting a lot of time out there tonight. Dugan, the sophomore. Cal Swanson goes back in the pistol. He got 3 receivers to his right, 1 to the boundary side of the left side. He's going to hand it off up the middle. Fields got a big hole. We got Laundry on the turf. Fields inside the 50. I think we got another another Ardmore hold.
There's a reason there was a big hole.
Let's hope George Maddox is okay. He's slow to get up. On his back at the 47-yard line. It's Fields sprinted.
He's cramping. Man, that's a good sign. Not that I want him to cramp, but anytime the trainers grab those legs and hold him up and push down on the toes, that's a good injury.
23-yard run by Eric Fields is going to be wiped out. Not sure who the hold was on. I
think it was on 76. Could be wrong.
Ben Wynn, if that's the case.
Trying to figure out who comes in to replace George here in the middle. 25, Jake Bohannon, sophomore or freshman.
Freshman getting some time here. Ball back to the 22-yard line, so it's an 8-yard penalty from the spot.
Yeah, at the game I went to last week, and I talked to Coach Osteen about the game he watched and even the game down here. Cramping is going to happen as thick as the air is. And, you know, these boys drink water, but they're just sweating so much that you're going to run out.
3 receivers to the right, the near side. Zayden Henderson's the outside receiver. Demontre Patterson will try to lock him down. Xander Rhines from his linebacker position out in coverage formation. They got 4 overall in the pattern this time. Swanson trying to initiate the play. Has a single setback in Eric Fields to his right, directly beside him in the shotgun formation. Cougars bring 4 on the rush. Swanson flushed, trying to get up in the middle. Chase back to the left. Cougars still chasing. Swanson ran a long ways to get not much. Cougars really shut him down, forcing him to the perimeter. He's elusive.
He is. He can move.
As he got outside the pocket, but again, the coverage downfield, there's nobody to throw to. Cougars,
they're doing a good job.
They were locked in defensively. He got out to the 27-yard line. He got 5 on the run.
And I think he's getting a little bit gun shy. He's seeing stuff, pressure coming, and is looking off his receivers to find out where he needs to run, which is a testament to those guys in the box causing the time to be off.
From the 27-yard line, 2nd and 13 for Ardmore. 6:12 to play and rolling. Third quarter, 28-0 Cougars. Swanson from the gun from his 20. Takes the snap. Screen pass to Cohee. Trying to get to the edge, being chased and going to be knocked out of bounds after about maybe a yard. Demontre Patterson over here. Jake Bohannon over here on the sideline as well. Cougars in great pursuit. They're trying to get their speed in space. The Cougars just disallowed it. Chased him down, no gain.
Yeah, did a great job pursuing there. There was 3 or 4 guys and didn't let him get that initial burst. He had to come towards us up here in the box as opposed to up the field. Xander goes off. I'm not sure who came out. Jack Morris will come in at the star position.
Cord Coffey, the left defensive end. J.B. Cole, the nose guard. Will Johnson, the right defensive end. 3rd down. Trips to the left. Single receiver to the boundary. 5:58 to play, 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 10, and they've got a delay a game against Ardmore, another penalty. Josh Newby is going to have nightmares on this Friday night, the Ardmore head coach.
Well, anytime they're struggling, I mentioned Coach Shamley, the defense coordinator, he's bringing pressure from different positions, so you're trying to call plays, guessing what he's going to do. So you're looking down at that sheet going, well, is he bringing pressure from here? Where's he coming from? And it just adds tick-tock.
3rd down for Ardmore. They've got to reach the 40-yard line. The Cougars got them pressed back again. The ball right now at the 27-yard line. So 13 to go on 3rd down. Swanson again stays in the gun, takes the snap, 2-step drop, looks, nobody open downfield, rushed at the throw. It's going to be, caught by Ardmore after 2 Cougars deflected it. 2 Cougars could have intercepted that as it was just thrown up in the air, and that's just a unfortunate play for the Cougars, and it was batted down, and it was Henderson who ended up making the catch off the deflection.
Tip drill.
Wow.
Okay, it happened. Bow your neck.
50-yard line, 28-yard play on a play the Cougars covered brilliantly. 1st and 10 for Ardmore. They hand it off to Cohee on the jet sweep left. Gets to the corner, got another penalty, another hold in the backfield as Jack Morris was back there. Cal Swanson arguing the case with the official, but he's... It's
a great job by Jack. He got penetration and tried to turn to get the runner, and you could see his jersey come out as that left tackle grabbed him and spun him. And, I mean, I don't question the call. I saw it from up here. I mean, surely you can see it down there.
I think so. Hey, Trey, there's strength. Strength is wrong. There's size and there's speed. And right now, the speed is causing the size problem to having to reach out and the multiple holding calls. The ball is pushed back to the 37-yard line after the hold, 13-yard loss on the penalty.
They've been behind the chains all night long.
Swanson having to scramble this time, and Jack Moore stands him up at the 40, and George Maddox finishes him off. Swanson had to scramble. They're going to mark his forward progress to the 42, so he'll get 5. But again, guess what? Nowhere to throw the football downfield, and the Cougars able to get penetration and slow down the quarterback.
I'll tell you why. We got penetration with 3 guys there, which means we have 8 guys back. So when he breaks the line where his 5-on-3 has gotten beat, then he doesn't have numbers at all.
2nd and 18 from the 42-yard line. Got 4 guys, 2 right, 2 left. Handoff, Fields chased by Maddox on the edge. Slows him up. Pursuit gets there, but Fields able to shake a tackle and finally ushered out of bounds near the 50-yard line. The mark at the 49. Pretty good run. Cougars, again, got that strung out. These are good running backs that have some
but they're never getting
wheels.
to go north-south. They're having to run, southeast as opposed to getting to make the cut because they're stringing it out, like you said.
4:38 to play, third quarter, 28-0 Cougars. 3rd down and 11. Ball resting at the Ardmore 49-yard line, going from north to south. Fields, the running back, right beside Swanson. Cougars trying to get a 3rd down stop. Man in motion. Swanson going to sprint on the rollout, coming right, looking, throws it up, caught at the 45-yard line, 43, 42, 41, 40, and maybe a
there.
1st down.
Yeah, he got it.
Young man just kept going. Jackson Hurt, 5'10", 180 junior.
That's the same guy that caught that pass a minute ago, the tip pass, wasn't it, 42?
I think that was – I have to look back at my stats. I've got 2 that caught that last ball at the 40-yard line and a 1st down.
Boy, they're making them work for it, though. That's what I like.
With a 28-0 lead, 4:20 in the 3rd, that's okay. The clock run, it's in your favor.
Timeout, Ada.
Yeah, Ada going to take a breather over there. They've got a couple guys in the game I want to mention here. You've got Samuel Jordan, Delaware. Yeah, in the game. And also, it looked like on that last play, Caleb Sun Eagle in the game, continuing to rotate, trying to stay fresh.
Speed. That's and I think that's something we're going to see all year, and maybe even more as kids. I mean, this is your first game. As kids improve during the year, you may even get some more kids in there with some time, and that's just going to make them better. And as long as we have the we over me attitude, that's how you turn into a successful team.
4:19 to play. Ada having a lot of success tonight. Again, they've scored on 3 offensive possessions. Got a defensive touchdown on an interception by Jack Morris after a hard hit by DeMontre Patterson popped the ball loose. And it was late in the first half. Ada has scored on their only drive here in the second half. Came on a short field, a 21-yard drive. Did it in 5 plays after a block punt by Xander Rhines. Set that up. And then got a touchdown by Caden Gallagher. Ardmore is taking it from their own 30 to the Ada 40 on this drive. 30 yards in real estate. Cougars caught their breath. They got J.B. Cole back in at the nose. Cord Coffey, Will Johnson, the defensive ends.
We don't have another safety out there. We're missing one.
Chase Bailey finally onto the field. Swanson going to hand it off. C.J. Williams cutting 35 outside to the boundary to the 30. Got 10 more. Brought down.
I know Bohan was Bailey. In on there.
Yeah, and Bailey, who came on the field late, had him around the ankles.
Sander comes back in for Jack at the star.
Officially 9 yards. The ball about 6 inches short of the line to make at the 30. 2nd down for Ardmore, less than a yard. Defense looks to the sidelines for instructions. Swanson in the pistol formation. Twin receivers left, a single to the right.
Bad snap.
Swanson picks it up, sprints left. Cougars in pursuit and will get him for very.
I don't think he gave him anything.
Yeah, the guy stepped out of bounds. Bailey got him behind the marker. Looked like he stretched past the marker on the far boundary, but no gain.
Not quite as bad as that play we had last year with Fisher up at Tecumseh when he.
And that may be Swanson down over there.
He got hit pretty hard.
The Cougars quickly jumped up and was waving the Ardmore bench to come over, and he is flat on his face over there, unfortunately. Not moving right now a lot. The ball is going to be placed really no gain on the play at the 31. So we got an injured player on the field. And I tell you what, let's go ahead and take a 30-second timeout here. 30-second timeout with Ada on top of Ardmore, 28-0. 3:36 to play here in the third quarter. You're listening and watching the Cougars live at K80aradio.net.
Searching for a stress-free, no-hassle car buying experience? Then look no further than Hilltop Dodge.
From our well-knowledgeable sales staff to our qualified service department, here at Hilltop Dodge, we strive to deliver the best customer satisfaction. Here at Hilltop Dodge, we are huge supporters of the Ada Cougar football team and want to wish them good luck on their season. So come on down to Hilltop Dodge and experience what car buying is supposed to feel like.
Come in and see us at 1109 North Broadway in Ada.
.336 to play, quarter number 3. Cal Swanson up and off the field. He'll have to come to the bench and sit down. He is frustrated. The Cougars have been relentless on the star quarterback for Ardmore tonight.
Yeah, I was talking to Mr. Callie while you were out there talking to Burgess. Burgess? Bridges, close. Sorry, Bridges.
It's your cameraman. Come on now.
I told you I'm struggling. But he's been hit hard a lot tonight.
Calvin Mendoza is the backup quarterback. Takes the pistol snap, hands it off up the middle, and they'll get enough surge for a first down. They didn't get much, but enough at the 28-yard line. Cougars interior of that defense. Xander Rhines also dove in there.
Is he listed at quarterback?
Mendoza?
Yeah, I was curious if they were in some type of wildcat now or if he was actually.
Yep, he's listed as their backup quarterback. Mark it at the 29-yard line.
Quick snap.
Back in a
throw was low.
I'm sorry, I had my head down there.
They
quick snap
snapped
caught
it
me.
quick. Swanson's coming back in now.
So an incomplete to be second down and 10 at the 29-yard line. 3:25 to play. With all your stats for you in the post-game show later on, we'll recap this game and hopefully the Cougars hang on and are 1-0 going to McAllister next week. Ada coming off a 3-win season last year. And we knew we had an improved football team, and they've showed it so far against Ardmore for 2+ quarters. Handoff up the middle, and about 5. George Maddox on the tackle. That is going to be Eric Fields, I believe, at the 25-yard line. So Fields got 5.
11 was in. Is that Lakevian or Kamari Richardson?
11 would be Kamari, the freshman defensive back again. Getting valuable playing time here. Under 3 minutes to play down the court at the 25. 3rd down and 6 for the Tigers. Cougars try to stiff it again defensively. Got 2 receivers to the right. Pistol formation. Swanson barks out the signals, takes the snap, hands up the middle, nowhere to go for Mr.
Hang on.
Fields, who got in there. It was
Kilgore
who shot through and brought the running back down. What a play by Wyatt Kilgore, the freshman.
Yeah, he's got some talent, and that's exciting to see. Andrew Hughes comes in here on 4th down for Chase Bailey. Jack Morris also comes in for Xander Rhines. Looks like on long yardage situations, they bring Jack in, maybe a little more coverage or height, makes it a little bit more difficult to throw.
But what a advantage you have compared to last year, able to play so many more guys and keep the fresh guy, keep your legs fresh.
Absolutely.
4th down. Cougars trying to stop them. They need 8. They got to reach 8 to 19. Swanson back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. It's flushed out again. Got chased by Kilgore and Gallagher. Those moving left on the run. Pass is caught. And a pass interference probably against the Cougars as well. But what a play.
Probably a hold.
What a play by the quarterback. And then a great catch over there at the 7-yard line. They had him flushed out of the pocket. I think it's 18, Tavin Richards over there, who made a really nice catch. Cougars had 2 guys surrounding him, but Swanson again, after he was flushed out of the pocket, moving left with the right hand, made a nice throw. And that should be an Ardmore 1st and goal to 7. On 4th down, a 20-yard pickup on a pitch and catch from Cal Hobson to Richards. So Ardmore sniffing the end zone for the first time with 1:53 to play in the 3rd.
Boy, KK just missed him in the backfield there.
This drive started with 6:41 on the clock. They've taken almost 5 minutes, down 4 touchdowns to your Cougars. And they've spread the field again. Fields behind Hobson. Fumbled the snap, picks it up, sprints toward the left boundary, spins it inside that's close to the 5-yard line.
Takes another hit.
Yeah, it's the far side of the field. Trying to see what Cougar. Balthrop.
Balthrop's over there. Kilgore's over there. Fisher, George, most of them. Looks like Dawson Matthews in the game for the first time, number 58. Also a freshman. So you got 2 freshmen on that defensive line and 1 senior right now.
Ball at the 6-yard line. Buck 20 to play against the number 9 team in Class 5A and leading 28-0. From the 6, 2nd and goal for Ardmore. Clock running. Under a $1:10 now.
Calling timeout.
Second Ada timeout. And again, at the half leading 28-0 against the Ardmore Tigers. Listening and watching the Ada Cougars streaming live at KADARadio.net. We're back after this timeout.
Miles east of Ada, Wild Rose Place is the perfect venue for your special event. Their 5,600 square foot facility includes 2 large indoor event areas, full kitchen, bride suite, groom's dressing room, and outdoor event area. Wild Rose Place is the perfect place for your wedding, prom, family gathering, or corporate meeting. You can rent the facility or have it decorated with one of their customizable decorating packages. Visit wildroseplace.net and let Wild Rose Place make your event unforgettable. That's wildroseplace.net.
You can tell him. $1:09 to play, third quarter. Ada uses the timeout. Ardmore driving, 2nd and goal at the Ada 6. This drive started at the Ardmore 30-yard line, so they've gone 64 yards so far. It's taken them a few plays. I got 17 on my play chart, but then you look back at the penalties, there's been 1, 2, so officially right now a 15-play drive, or 14. There's 3 penalties, so a 14-play drive. So they've had to earn every yard of their 64. 14 plays, 64 yards. They leading 28-0.
Yeah, you don't come in expecting a shutout. Obviously, you don't want to give up points here, but you've made them earn it. And it's not been a home run, a 80-yard pass or 80-yard run. You made them go down the field and use 5-6 minutes of the clock. And you've gotten some hits. You're making them pay for it.
1:09 to play. Again, the Illinois-bound Cal Swanson in the pistol takes the snap, going to hand it off up the middle. Cougars surround the running back Williams, but he pushes toward the end zone, and he got there. Tough run. C.J. Williams, who had 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns last week against Lawton Eisenhower, has found the end zone, and Ardmore for the first time this week has pay dirt.
Yeah, that's just good running by C.J. there. He's determined. He's a good running back. We had some bodies on him, but he kept his legs moving and got in the end zone.
And they will probably go for 2. Nope, they're going to go for 1. They bring Vargas on the field.
Yeah, they got to score 4 times regardless. So
I think Swanson was lobbing. It looked like had his arms up in the air, looking at the sidelines. But
you still got to have 4 touchdowns, even if you go for 3 times. You're at 24.
Yep, that's right on. Snap is in good order. Vargas's kick hits the upright and comes right back, and they're stuck at 6. So now they'll be forced to go for 2. They're forced to score again. PAT no good. Ada leading Ardmore 28-6 as Ardmore finally finds the end zone. Cougars lead it in the third. You're listening and watching the Cougars live at KADARadio.net.
Hello, I'm Keith Frazier, store manager at TNW Tire, 500 East Main here in Ada.
And I'm Jamie. We would like to remind you if you have any tire needs, whether it be farm, ranch, tractor, trailer, or your personal vehicle, we can help you pick out the right tire for you. We also offer 24-hour roadside service and container oil, put on brakes, shocks, or align your front end.
We're your authorized Michelin tire dealer with dozens of other tire brands available. TNW Tire, not just a tire store, but a whole lot more.
Call 332-5145.
Welcome back to Noble Stadium. 1:02 to play. Kenny Morrison, Trey Kinley in the booth here, and the Cougars lead at 28-6. Ardmore goes 70 yards. It took them 15 plays, 5 minutes and 39 seconds for their first touchdown of the night. So now Ada will get the ball back with 1:02 to play here in the third quarter. So a drive for Ardmore that they finally got there, Trey. It took them a while, and again, the Cougars made them take some time. It took them, again, 5:39, and they averaged about 4.5 yards of play on the drive, just kind of methodical, finally got to the end zone.
Yeah, they made them earn it, which is what you want to do. Obviously, like I said a minute ago, you don't want to give up a score, but a 15-play score, that's okay. Now, we're tied 0-0. Resets.
Rudy Vargas will kick off from his own 40-yard line. The Cougars will have Hughes and Patterson, DeMontre Patterson deep. They will be at around the 20-yard, just inside the 20, 18, 19-yard line.
It's like Jack Morris and J.D. Dugan are the up backs, and then you have J.B. Coyle, I believe. I can't tell.
Carter Kinley, Chase Bailey on this side of the front line. Those two and the three on the other side, which looks like Cooper Patterson, and can't get all the numbers from here. Watch the onside. Vargas, there's a deep onside. Fair caught and fumbled, and the ball's loose. Two Cougars collided, and hopefully Ada got back on it. Boy, that was scary. Cougars did the right thing, the fair catch, but then no communication. Jack Morris, I think, was one of them. Threw up an arm, but Ada got back on it at the 41-yard line. Was that Patterson?
Yep, Cooper.
Yeah.
Or
right.
Carter Kinley, I don't know. Both of them were getting up off the pile.
Kinley and Patterson, Carter Kinley and Cooper Patterson both right there. We'll look at that to see. That was a big-time play to secure the Ada possession.
I'll tell you something that just like that in the first scrimmage, Darius had a run and fumbled the ball, and it's CPAT's first time on the field and jumped on it. And it was cool to see that, someone that hadn't played at all, but had the wherewithal to just jump on the ball, didn't try to do anything with it, just jumped on it. And it just shows you that he's being taught well, and he did it in the game situation, which is awesome.
Cougars run on the field after they came out of the sideline huddle. Gilmore now sprints off the field. They had 12 guys out there.
Should be an illegal substitution, I think.
And they Ada might have used a timeout. They did to avoid the penalty.
Yep.
Yeah, Ryans and Gilmore both sprinted out there at the tailback position. So Ada's out of timeouts. They use one. We'll take one, too, in the third quarter. Ada leads Ardmore 28-6. This is Cougar Football, streaming live at KADARadio.net.
Gold, black, white, they all have things in common. School pride, friendly competition, bringing home the win, and the full support of Laser Zone Family Fun Center. Head on over to celebrate that win. There's bowling, laser tag, an arcade, mini golf, and more. Laser Zone is where the school spirit is flat.
Welcome back to Ardmore. The Cougars lead at 28-6. You can listen and watch the Cougars all season on Cool 99.3 free app, which you can download from wherever you get your apps on your smartphone. Cougar Football 2022 version, 28-6 over Ardmore season opener. 1st and 10 from the 41, first drive of their second half possession. First one resulted in a touchdown after Xander Ryan's block punt. Jet sweep, Patterson, DeMontre, 45, 50, cuts inside, now bounced out on the boundary, started to cut back inside, then was popped out of bounds, but speed got him to the corner tray, and he got 9 to the 50.
Yeah, you got to see that sprinter speed there. In the track meet, I think the only guys that beat him were actually the Ardmore guy.
Really?
Yes.
C.J. Williams, Eric Fields?
I'm not sure which one it was, but we're in the same class as them when it in track.
2nd and 1. Fake to Ryan, slant pass. Jack got it. 36-yard line of beauty. Had man-to-man coverage on the left, out of the left slot, and just slanted to the 36. And Carter, after the fake handoff, put it on the money. And the Cougars have 14 more and a first down.
Great catch there by Jack. Had to go a little bit low. Looks like we got an Ardmore player down. Appears to be a cramp. Can't tell from up here.
The offense hasn't changed.
Nope.
With the 28-6 lead late in the third quarter. You get a nice run on a jet sweep, then go on a 2nd and 1. And that's what makes the play calling really phenomenal here. 2nd and 1, catch them off guard.
Yeah.
They don't run it off tackle.
2nd and 1's an offensive coordinator.
Play fake, and there you go with the slant.
Most of the time, they'll just get the first down, but they know that they can do something. And then if worse comes to worse, they've got 3rd and 1.
Derek Mealy, 6'1", 240 junior, the injured Ardmore player.
Definitely a cramp.
Just a nice job by Bridges Velarde getting a shot of the Ada crowd.
Looking at them. Sorry, I went silent. I was just watching them scan, seeing what we can see going on over there. Coaches in the black button-down shirts tonight look sharp, but they're all you can tell they're all really, really invested. Sprinting out from the huddle again, just like last time, not giving Ardmore a chance to kind of set up.
Trip receivers to the far side, which is the boundary side. Man in motion is Gallagher from right to left. Freeland waits for the snap, takes it, hands off. Ryan slanting left to the outside, cuts it back in for about to the 32-yard line. Nice run.
KK got him a pancake about down around the 25-yard line. They're finishing. They're not quitting. They're not quitting on the plays. They're driving, and that's exciting to see.
2nd down and 6 from the 32-yard line. Kyle Cohey, one of the couple of Ardmore Tigers, in on the tackle that time. And that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. The Ada Cougars led 21-0 at halftime. They now lead the Ardmore Tigers 28-6 going to the 4th. 4 fingers in the air as the Cougars try to close out the season opener. You're listening and watching the Ada Cougars live at KADARadio.net.
The Cougars. We at Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai are some of your biggest fans. We know that you're not only excelling today on the fields, but in gyms, on stage, and in the classrooms. But you are also going to be tomorrow's great leaders. Embrace it and enjoy it. From your friends, neighbors, and automotive experts, Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai in Ardmore. Remember, if it doesn't say Carter County, you paid too much.
28-6 Ada leading Ardmore. 4th quarter coming your way. Ada trying to close this one out. They have the football at the 32-yard line where they face a 2nd down and 6. They need to reach the Ardmore 26-yard line. Kenny Morrison, Trey Kinley, Bridges Velarde, Jeremy Marr. On the far side of the field, our spotter and statistician just because of space, and they got nice facilities here, but we've got just multiple setups and cameras and well,
they've got a really nice box. They just have so many little boxes inside of it. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm comfortable.
Air conditioning.
Yeah, it was nice.
You know, kind of chilly.
Yeah, it is kind of chilly. Be sure and text that to Jeremy.
Big 3rd quarter for Ada. They outscore Ardmore by 1, but they seem with the touchdown. But Ada trying to close this one out. We'll start at the 32-yard line. 2nd down and 4. Out of the shotgun formation. You got Day in motion to the right. Resets. Now comes it back in motion to the left. Fake handoff. Freeland rolling that way. Now throws it in the flat to Patterson, who came across the formation, and he's got to the 21-yard line before he stepped out of bounds, and 8 first down. Again, all kinds of action out there. We got Gilmore came right, went back left, took the fake handoff, and they got the speedster Patterson in isolation out here in the flat. And once he caught it, he's able to rumble down to the 21-yard line for 11 yards.
The same way Coach Shamley's keeping them guessing on defense on where it's coming from, Coach Osteen's doing the same thing with the play calling. Where is it coming from? What's going to happen? We're seeing the back. We're empty. Oh, no, he's coming back.
Now under center. They've handed off up the middle and nowhere to go. They faked Ryan's after the handoff, and that time looks like, is that Gilmore?
Yeah, it's Day.
They had Day and Ryan's in the game at the same time that time, and not much. In fact, they'll lose a yard back to the 22. Good job by Ardmore's defensive front that time. A few times tonight they've guessed right. You said that in the first half, and that time they did, and they were all over Gilmore.
But Osteen made a mental note of that. They guessed right there, so let's show that look again and go somewhere else and make them guess right again.
He doesn't forget much. I've watched this man for coaches last year, and he's got surrounded by a great staff. We'll run those down for you in just a moment, by the way, the entire Cougar staff.
There's the wing tee.
Yep, Freeland under center. You got Patterson, one of the wings. DeMontre.
Throw out of it,
yep.
Andrew.
And Freeland in trouble, going to be brought down back at the 24. Had nobody open, tried to tuck it back up.
No, he made the smart play there. Offensive line didn't hold up quite as good there. Ardmore kind of pinned their ears and came.
Trey Coley, 5'11", 270.
Dawson Matthews in at the right tackle position, trying to get the rest of them going across. Jagger Caldwell still at right guard. Caden Balthrop at center.
Okay. Looks like it's 50. Who's 50?
That's Cale Fuller.
Cale Fuller. 50,
still at left guard.
How about 58? Who'd you say?
That's Dawson Matthews.
Dawson.
Right tackle.
Okay. 3rd down for Ada. Got 13 to go. Play action. Freeland throwing deep toward the left corner of the end zone. Ball up in the air from Morris, and he was interfered with.
Yep.
Again, just had Jack out there going for the football, and they threw it up, and it's going to be pass interference. Easy call on, that time it's on Kendra Grant.
Never turned his head.
So Jack Morris and Kendra Grant know each other just a little bit. Kendra didn't get his head turned around. It's going to be a pass interference on 3rd down and long, and the Cougars will have should have a first down.
Yeah, Kendra was in good coverage there and out of position he was playing here at Ada, and he's got skills there at corner, and just made the mistake of not turning his head. Otherwise, I think it's just a 50-50 ball, and good throw by CJ, hitting Jack on the very outside corner where it wasn't. This is not a word, but interceptable. Called pass interference on us.
Nope, they pulled it the wrong way. They already marked it off to the 13-yard line. Pass interference. Caden Balthrop comes up over the ball. First down for Ada via the penalty. Gilmore the lone setback. Ryan's actually in the game over there at the...
Yes, that same wing tee. You got KK on the left side at the wing, Xander on the right wing, and then Day-Day in the back. The last time when we ran this on the other end, Fisher was the guy in the back, and he's down in the old three-point stance. Looks like they're all discussing something there.
They slowed the play down again.
Yeah.
Now they'll get back to it. Freeland will be under center out of that wing T formation, as Trey described.
Old school football.
A single receiver out left. There's a handoff. Ryan sprinting toward the corner. The 10, trying to turn the corner. Drug down inside the 7. They'll mark it right at the 7. Speed got him out there. Finally drug down. Like Kendra Grant was over there. Can't get the number. It might have been Kendra on the tackle.
Yeah, it was Kendra.
Drug him down. The 7-yard line, but Speed got him 6.
That fake on the inside, it just brings him in just one step, and then that's enough to get, we're not trying to go 80 there. We just needed 2 yards.
And they got 6 out of it. And you talk about team speed. You got Rhines who can run with speed, Gilmore, and then you get Patterson in one of those wing T positions.
Why does the clock not stop there? Is it because it's not under 2 minutes? Is that when it stops in high school?
You might have been drugged down in bounds, too. Not sure. Up the middle of the pile being pushed forward.
He's still going.
Day-Day's legs churning. Inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. Ardmore battling in there.
That's a great play there. Tick-tock. Tick-tock.
It's going to be second down. That last run, of course, by Ryan gave Ada a first down. So that's second and goal from the 3.
Sanders back in here. Got a flag now. Not sure who that's on.
Ada have 12 men on the field? Or
no, I think it's a personal foul on Ardmore.
I do, too. It's going to be about a 1.5-yard penalty, but I think
a lot of palms going in the air.
Ardmore's been frustrated. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Tigers.
I talked about this in a little bit in the luncheon. This is such a good rivalry, a healthy rivalry. Not a lot of bad blood. Respect. I likened it at the luncheon to like the OU-Nebraska rivalry back in the day, whereas next week is OU-Texas. Jameson told me not to bring up OU, but I'm going to do it there because to me that's the perfect example of what these two games are. Ada Ardmore is OU-Nebraska. Ada McAllister is OU-Texas. Yep. And that's just in the mentality, and they're going to bring them together now. I know a lot of these kids talk a lot. They're friends, which is unlike when back in the day, because of social media, they chit-chat. They're all out there singing Kumbaya right now. I don't know if we can pick that up with the field mic or not, but I'm sure they're singing a little song together.
Roast some marshmallows, some hot dogs in that little get-together.
A little free therapy session from the officials, which is good. They just don't want it to get out of control. And it's a situation where there's a lot of respect, and they talk all week. They've been talking trash to each other all week, but after this week, it's respect, which is good to see. Quickly to the line here.
All right, up to the line of scrimmage. Handoff. Freeland
got him good there
to Gilmore, and just short of the goal line.
Yep, there's another personal foul on Ardmore. Another half yard.
Yeah, they just had a talk about that, and that's on number 70, Trey Coley.
Yeah. Jagger was out there. I don't know if he pulled and went that way, but they went on a little extracurricular after the play.
8:57 to play. So it's going to be first and goal again for Ada, or third and goal.
Do you know that they could have 1,000 penalties in a row when we never get there? If you decrease the distance by half, walk into a doorway, you'll never get there.
It's one of the reasons a game can't end on a defensive penalty.
Yeah.
All right. Cougars tried to get in the end zone. Freeland under center. Man in motion's Patterson. Freeland going to hand it off to DeMontre. Touchdown, Ada!
Look
Patterson
for a crack.
On a little handoff. That wing T running left. Cut up field. And Ada on a 1-yard touchdown by DeMontre Patterson has put this one on ice.
They're going to have to talk to him again.
The Ardmore faithful begin to get up, look at each other in dismay, and head toward the exits. 34-6 Cougars. 8:34 to play in the game.
Yeah, with Monty as fast as he is, he literally just the first open air he saw, he went through it.
1-yard TD run at the 8:34 mark.
We got somebody missing from our point after touchdown squad. It looks like everybody's looking at the sidelines looking for somebody.
Fisher Moore will be the snapper.
KK's holding it.
Tyler Walker will try to bury another one. 34-6 Ada. Ball will be placed, of course, on the 10-yard line with 8:34 to play in the fourth.
Can you snap it further than that if you want?
Snap it back? I think you probably could.
So there's no requirement there on a punt or a extra point that it has to be 7 yards?
You know, I can't say without certainty.
Another flag.
35-6. Personal foul. Ardmore, they've lost their composure as Ada has taken them to the woodshed to speak tonight. 35-6 Ada. It says 34-6. I'm pretty sure the extra point I thought was good.
I thought he made it too. I didn't see what happened.
Well, we'll keep it at 34-6.
Nope, there we go.
They got it up there, so he stays perfect. 35-6 Ada. You're listening and watching the Cougars live at KADARadio.net.
Bank presents Banking Made Easy. With our powerful mobile banking app and online banking, at the touch of a finger, you can make deposits or pay bills, view account balances and transaction history, keep a close eye on your money with helpful alerts, even customize features just the way you want them. And with our contactless Visa credit and debit cards, you can just look, tap, and go. Convenient banking from Simmons Bank. Easy, fast, and secure. Learn more at simmonsbank.com/easy.
Welcome back to Noble Stadium. 35-6 Ada as they continue to move the football really at will right now. And Trey, they've really had Ardmore off balance defensively. 9 plays, 59 yards, 3 minutes, 24 seconds. They mixed it up with the run, up the middle, jet sweeps, passes. The play calling and the execution all has been really at a high level tonight.
Yeah, both sides of the ball, the play calling, the execution, the preparation, the intensity, the excitement. Couldn't ask for a better opening game for Ada. Now they've asked the coaches to come out on the field after talking to the players, which is good. You like to see that.
Yeah, it's just been a lot of back and forth here, and we're up here. There's been lots of penalties, but who knows what's been said all night of these two teams.
There's been a lot said, I promise you.
And so there's been a lot going on. And Josh Newby is really respect Josh Newby, the head coach of Ardmore, East Central graduate, and played at East Central. Just gathered his whole team around him on the sideline. And I'm sure just some, few words of.
Well, it's the thing is if you get kicked out of a game, I think you miss the next two. Which you don't want, and it's you got to learn how to keep your cool, especially for Ardmore, because 2 games missed for them, they miss the game next week, and then they have a week off, and then the next game their district starts.
Yeah.
So that's really important for them. And not that these games don't matter, but like we talk about every year, it's these first 3 games they mean nothing at the end of the year.
Tyler Walker will kick it off from the 45 in Ardmore territory after the personal foul penalty, after the touchdown by DeMontre Patterson. And he boots it high and deep at the goal line. C.J. Williams coming out 5, 10, stays in the middle of the field, cuts right, 15, 20. Got the boys dangerous, 25, boundary 30, 35. That's why they don't want to kick to him. 40, 50, 45. Cooper Patterson chasing him and got him.
Cooper.
How about Cooper Patterson saving a touchdown on a 70-yard return by C.J. Williams? Cooper Patterson was the last stand.
Yeah.
And he made the play going for the legs of C.J. Williams at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and that's one coach will question himself on, because they said we're not going to kick it to him. We're not going to kick it deep. That time, flags aren't really blowing, but it didn't look, Tyler maybe didn't get all of it. I mean, he kicked it to the end zone and it was high, but that just shows you that kid's ability to, once he gets some space, to go.
Cooper Patterson, the touchdown save. The ball will rest. I thought it was at the 30. They're going to say the 27-yard line where he fell forward. So officially a 73-yard kickoff return from the goal line to the 8-27 with 8:20 to play, moving south to north.
They call a big play a 20-plus yard play. I think that's the second one. They had the one pass. I don't remember how far that was, 15 to 20 yards probably.
The deflected pass down here was plus 20. It was
and then the one where the guy was going out of bounds over there. Yeah. So 3 big plays. That says a lot about, again, the preparation and the execution by the kids.
Sound fundamentals.
Yep.
For Ada. Cal Swanson will bring his club to the line of scrimmage in Ada territory at the 27-yard line. Pistol formation, twins to the right, to the left. Single receiver to the boundary, which is the right side. Swanson takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. The Cougars got him at the 25.
Jack and Fisher, or is that George?
Looks like George Maddox may be getting up. Let's see. Yep, George got him. C.J. Williams, or it's number 8 now in the game. Looks like maybe Javon Singleton. Nope, it's Fields. Actually, Singleton's in the game, but it's Fields who got the carry. Ball at the 25-yard line. He got 2. Second down at 8. They quick pass out in the flat. Caught at the 20, 15. It's going to be a touchdown, I believe, at the 5. And into the end zone for the Ardmore touchdown was Jacorian Halstead. Just caught a pass in the flat.
Great job by the other receiver coming off his defender and blocking that guy's, and it just freed it up. It's one of those where we've had a couple times tonight where we've had the corner free, leave his guy and go make the tackle, including the one where DeMontre calls the fumble. That time we didn't leave, and the guy covering him got caught.
So Ardmore scored at the 7:46 mark. Took him only 44 seconds on that drive.
Timeout,
2
Ardmore.
plays. So 2 plays after the 73-yard kickoff return set it up. We'll take a quick timeout. 35-12 Ada. 7:46 to play in the fourth quarter. You're listening to watching the Cougars live at KADAradio.net.
Comes to delicious, you can't beat Roma's Italian Restaurant. And the service starts with a gracious host the moment you walk in the door. Start with their unforgettable garlic knots and butter, or the lobster ravioli, homemade lasagna, or baked ziti. Maybe you're hungry for a pizza pie, calzone, or stromboli. Enjoy a mouth-watering ribeye, chicken fettuccine alfredo, or chicken piccata. But whatever you do, save room for the dessert. Roma's in Ada's North Hill Center, catering and DoorDash available. Call Roma's at 279-1295.
Whoops. 2 plays, 27 yards. Took him only 44 seconds. Set up by a 73-yard kickoff return by C.J. Williams for Ardmore. Now the Tigers will go for 2. After their fourth big play, that was a 25-yard touchdown. And again, that was just a lateral pass. But again, when you mentioned the block by the other wide receiver is so key on that play, and when you have speed like that, it doesn't take much.
Just need a crease.
They'll go for 2. Swanson in the pistol as C.J. Williams, actually in the shotgun. C.J. Williams directly to his right. Ball placed at the 3, man in motion to the right. Swanson back to pass, sprints right, in trouble. Cougars got him. Jack Morris, one of them over there. Nobody open again.
Yep, that was a coverage, what you call a coverage sack right there. He had time to throw it, but nobody to cover it, and Jack pursuing him from the backside. And when he stops to come back this way, Jack got him from behind.
I think it was Will Johnson. I couldn't get the number. I think it might have been Will Johnson over there with Jack Morris.
I couldn't tell either. I apologize.
Well, then he was turned sideways and never turned toward us walking off the field, but that's all right. Ada leads it.
I'll talk to him about that this week and tell him to make sure he turn towards the press box so we can see his number.
We've got to get you some publicity, young man. I think the way the Cougars are playing right now, they're not too worried about that. They're a unit and playing well tonight. Cougar football can be heard all season long on Cool 99.3 over the air. Also, of course, streaming live at KADAradio.net. Ada, another non-district game next week at number 1 McAllister in Class 5A. They'll wrap up the non-district slate at home in 2 weeks against Durant before starting a 4-game out of 7 on the road in district play. Now in the 4A4 district this year, And hadn't mentioned this while we got a moment here. That 4A4 district includes Poteau, Hilldale, Broken Bow, Fort Gibson, Medill, Salisaw, and Stillwell. Poteau, the highest ranked of those teams. Hilldale and Broken Bow, also some pretty good football teams ranked. I think they're all 3 top 10 right now.
Yeah, I think
in 4A.
right now it's 3 or 4, and then 8, 9 is what I saw. And I think that was on Squirtle. I haven't seen the Max Preps rankings.
Not that you're too worried about it right now. You want to just continue to get better, but if the Cougars hang on, this number on the board tonight here at number 9 Ardmore will begin turning some heads across the state and across Class 4A.
Yeah, and with the big game next week, you want to – Ardmore, of course, got beat by Collinsville in the state championship game last year in a very high-scoring back-and-forth game. And
McAllister?
And they returned – did I say Ardmore? I apologize. They returned quite a few players. It'll be a good game. It'll be fun to watch.
See if there's an onside kick here. It is. It's not going to go. It does go 10 yards, and Ardmore's got it, I think. I mean, that ball was barely rolling, Trey. Did Ada get on it? Ardmore's got it. It was one of those kicks. It was barely rolling. I think the Ada staff is saying maybe Ardmore illegally touched it. I didn't think it was going to go the full 10 yards.
I didn't either. You can't go past it and pull it past to recover it.
No, it was barely rolling. Ada was kind of backed off of it, and it's one of those deals. Ardmore kind of was not trying to just screen Ada out, and they're going to give Ardmore the football at the 50-yard line.
See if I can catch anything on this replay here. Wow,
So Ardmore at the 50. Recovering the onside kick. And Ada was very just adamant that maybe Ardmore helped that ball across the 50.
He did right there.
And touched it before it got to him. Do you see it showing that?
Yeah, but they walled it up where you couldn't see. It's all right, bow your neck.
From the 50, 7:46 to play. Cal Swanson takes the snap, hands it off. C.J. Williams got the corner, 40, 35-yard line before he's ushered out of bounds. Andrew Hughes got him, but a 15-yard pickup. So 15 and a first down.
Need to stop the momentum here. Obviously up 3 scores with 2 two-point conversions, but you still don't let them believe and don't create doubt in your mind. Step up, execute like you have been, and go from there.
Ardmore had 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns in their come-from-behind win over Lawton Eisenhower a week ago. From the 35, 1st and 10 into Cougar territory. Cal Swanson going to hand it off again. There goes C.J. Williams. Got it about another 15 to the 20. Finally drugged down by Cord Coffey. They're going to mark it to 21, so 14 more for Williams to Shifty. So back-to-back runs.
Yep, we're gonna have to stop the bleeding somehow. Unfortunately, we're out of timeout, so there's nothing we can do about stopping the clock or getting a breather or discussing it with the kids unless they're on the sideline.
1st and 10, 21-yard line. Swanson, they're going to keep it on the ground. C.J. Williams trying to find a gap.
I think his own man tackled him there. His right tackle shoved him in the back.
Yeah. Caden Balthrop might have got a piece of him as he cut it upfield, getting up off the stack as well. Another Cougar in there. Looks like maybe George Maddox.
Yep, George.
The ball down at the 17-yard line. Got 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 in Ada territory. We're under the 6:45 mark and rolling now. Swanson, the quarterback, barks the signals, throws it out in the flat, missed his man that time. If he catches him, Henderson's probably going nowhere.
That time, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nope, you got it.
That time the receivers didn't get blocks. Same type play as before, but our defensive backs or defensive players, Gallagher was out there, but they got around the blockers. So like you said, if he catches it, he's probably not going anywhere. Just better execution by the defense there.
3rd down, the ball at the Ada 17-yard line. Ardmore needs to reach the 12 for a first down. 6:40 to play in the ball game. Ada 35, Ardmore 12. Twin receivers left, a single to the right. 2 men in the backfield, 1 in motion. They hand it off to C.J. Williams. Cougars swarm him at the 15. Better defense that time. And the ball came loose, and Ada, I think, has got the football. I mean, most of the Cougars say they got it. Who's got it? They do. Caden Balthrop.
They're going to say he was down.
Off the bottom of the stack.
Nope.
Has the football, and Ada has forced a turnover and turned back the Tigers at the 16-yard line in Ada territory.
Yay. Got us a turnover. That's what we needed. That's a big momentum killer for Ardmore. You know, if they score there and cut it to 2 scores, you just keep believing and keep believing. Now we need to go down the field and score. It's 0-0. We got to go win this game 7-0 right here.
They'll take over their own 16 with that chance, Trey, but they forced a turnover, a fumble by C.J. Williams and Caden Balthrop. Didn't see, have to look back, see if we can at some point maybe see who stripped that loose. But the Cougars opportunistic. They've had an interception, they've had a blocked punt, and they've recovered a fumble in this game.
It's the only bad thing about a running back that keeps churning their legs like that. Lots of times it gives guys the ability to strip the ball.
6:27 to play. There's a handoff up the middle to Day. Nice crease. Offensive line paves the way, and he keeps the legs churning there. See if he hangs on to the ball. He does. Forward progress up to the 28-yard line. That's a nice little run by Gilmore. Not the 28, making the 23-yard line. He got 7.
Yeah, you get in 2nd and 3 again. So if you're a newbie, what's Osteen going to do here? Is he going to throw it? Is he going to run it? Just kept them guessing all night. It looks like we have the wing T package coming in.
5:50 to play. You got Stafford coming wide right. You got wing T formation, and there's the handoff on the jet sweep. Here's Gallagher running right, 25. Just searching for the first down marker. Yep. He found it and crossed it and got all the way to the 29 for 6 more.
Yeah, just great play calling there. Great job by KK, knowing where he needs to go and getting there and going down before he takes a hit, before he risks fumbling the ball.
Talked to KK yesterday in practice just briefly as they were walking through and said, does it get any more exciting? Senior season opener. I know
your first game.
You've been ready? Yeah, I mean, he said, no, I'm ready. And he played outstanding on both sides of the ball tonight, as have all the Cougars. For the 29-yard line, again, wing T formation. DeMontre Patterson in motion, handoff right up the middle. Spinning is Gilmore all the way to the 35-yard line. Spun around and brought down finally, but he got 6. Getting up off the bottom of the pile for Ardmore. It's like Quayshawn Tyner, 6'2", 215 senior. But again, that's 6 more yards for Ada. Yeah. The offensive line gets another push, and Day got 6.
The smaller offensive line has really done a good job tonight. It'd be interesting to see. You know, the coaches always grade, and they're going to have a successful grade. But to me, they've really played well.
Cougars keep it on the ground to Gilmore. That time not much. Creasing left for a yard to the 36-yard line. But one thing it does is
look at that.
A flop by the Ardmore player trying to draw the
wow.
I give him an academy for the effort.
Holy cow.
Jagger Codwell standing over him. He flopped trying to draw a personal foul. You saw it on camera there. That was funny.
Man, I hope I got that on replay. That was phenomenal.
No.
Yeah.
That could be on one of those. 4:07 to play.
I didn't get it, dang.
39 yards. Cougars need to reach the 39. They fake 2 handoffs. Freeland going to throw deep. Andrews open behind the defense. Got it! 27-yard line in Ardmore territory. Just a deep post, it appeared, all the way to, and they're going to mark it at the 28. A beauty by Freeland. Again, had time to throw.
So you think we're going to pound it, huh?
36 yards to Andrew Hughes from his Cougar 36 to the 28 in Ardmore territory.
What a great play action there by CJ. I thought he handed it off twice. So he hit the ball really well. And then underthrew him a little bit again, but he gives the state champion high jumper a chance to go up and high point the ball and get it.
28-yard line, 3:34 to play. This time they hand it off to DeMontre Patterson, again out of that wing T running left.
That was a new formation. It's still a wing T look, but there was no tailback. It was interesting.
Calvin Mendoza ushers Patterson out of bounds at the 25-yard line, a 3-yard pickup. You got to love the multiple players that are touching the football for the Ada Cougars tonight.
Yeah, lots of positive yardage from lots of people. And really defensively, lots of tackles by lots of people. They're swarming on both sides of the ball.
Reed Sampson, lone receiver to the right side. There's a double fake again. Freeland rolling
Over
out
the
of
middle.
the pocket.
Cord
Got
Coffee.
a man. Coffee right through his hands. Oh, Cord wants that one back. They was set up beautifully. They brought Coffee from the left side of the formation, found a soft spot wide open at the 10-yard line, just probably got his head upfield just a tad before the ball arrived.
He's throwing it to me.
They got a chance, he said. He would have been close to scoring as he turned it upfield.
Yeah, great play call there. Again, another wrinkle. We just put something on film that somebody else has to work on. Something else to work on.
3rd down and 7 from the 25-yard line. Probably 4-down territory. There's an inside
Coming back
handoff.
this way.
Oh, what a play. A beauty into the 19-yard line. Boy, that was set up beautifully. Who got the carry there? Lost the
KK.
Yeah, 45.
J.B. Coyle.
Yeah, J.B. Coyle in the game. I thought it was someone different all the way to the 19-yard line. J.B. got 6. They faked the handoff on that jet to Patterson, then handed it back on the inside handoff to Coyle coming back right, and he got to the 19-yard line. Not quite a first down. It's 4th down and a yard.
I expect to see Fisher Marr in right. Yep, here he comes.
They got 12 seconds to get out of the huddle and snap the ball.
Yeah, you got to hurry.
Now 10, you got no timeouts, and they're going to have to hustle with 4.
This is the belldozer right here, boys.
Freeland under center, takes the snap. There it is to Fisher, straight up the gut, churning, and I think he got it just to the 18. Got a yard, 1st down, Ada.
The fish dozer? That doesn't sound right.
We got to. I'll
come up with something.
I am going to give you another chance on that one. Because that stunk.
Yeah, it really did. What?
They're going to say no?
Interesting.
I thought he had forward progress. Boy,
I did too.
We missed
Based
that
on
one.
that official on the far side, I thought he was.
Whoop.
Wow.
Well, we missed that. It looked like he was at the 18-yard
Yeah.
line. And they mark it back, really brought back at the line of scrimmage, just inside the 19.
Interesting. Can we go to the booth for replay? I can look at it and tell you where he got to.
Wow.
And we got an official's timeout.
2:30 to play. Ardmore takes over. We're going to mark it between the 18 and 19-yard line. The nose of the ball.
That's not a bad spot, actually. He I don't know that he crossed the 18. He was a little bit closer to it than that. But the funny thing is they didn't move the chains to give them the ball. If you don't have to respot the change, doesn't that mean you made a first down? Interesting.
35-12, Ada on top. With an offense to put it in the end zone 4 times tonight. They've got a defensive touchdown on a Jack Morris interception of 14 yards to the house.
Not that it's into the world or anything like that, but we really need to stop here. It's probably not going to affect the ball game, but just for morale and building for next week, you want to go out with a stop and not give up another score, even though it's probably not going to affect the outcome of the game. Oh, they're going to measure it now.
Yep. So with the Ada defense on the field and the Ardmore offense are going to measure and see if Ada's offense got a first down because they hadn't moved the chains yet. So
probably.
The Cougars asking coaching staff, so let's take a look, and it is going to be short. So it's Ardmore football.
By about half a yard. Yeah.
Yep.
Half a football.
So the defense will try to throw up one final stop. They've allowed 2 Ardmore touchdowns. The last one on a short field after a 73-yard kickoff return to the Ada 27-yard line. If you joined us late, Ada led this game at halftime 21-0, extended it to 28-0 in the third quarter. Ardmore got their points late in the third quarter. The 102 mark, 28-6 on their first touchdown. And then a moment ago,
just got a text from Veronica. Andrew's got 116 yards receiving on the night. So good first game for Andrew. I mentioned it in the car on the way down here. I'll get to it here in a minute.
Single game receiving record last year against Tecumseh.
250, yes.
On 12 grabs. 2.5 to play. Cal Swanson from the gun. 3-step drop, being flushed out of the pocket. Throws a deep one downfield, and Cohee's got it behind Morris at the 8-35, 34-yard line. Ushered out of bounds by Andrew Hughes. Big gain.
Yep. So Andrew needs 366 to move into second all-time, move ahead of Bruce Sutton, who graduated with myself back in 1995.
44-yard pickup to the 8 of 34-yard line. That time Cohee got downfield. We got a flag down on the field as well back in the secondary.
Sideline warning against Ada.
So no mark, just the warning.
The warning for the first one.
So a big play on first down. Cal Swanson showing off that arm. .218 to play. Ada's got set up to get that defense set in a minute. I saw just a moment ago out there chasing the quarterback again. Was 51, and we said that was White Kilgore. Yeah, he broke through and was chasing the quarterback. Swanson going to roll, throw it in the flat. Cohee is hammered on the catch. Oh, my. Jack Morris said, I see ya, I got ya, and leveled him on the catch out in the flat. As Jack, that one lined up at the 33-yard line for only a 1-yard pickup.
Until, 8th grade, Jack lived down here in this area, so he knows a lot of these kids. And that may be why there's some camaraderie between them, because of their, Jack knowing both sets. But I know he still talks to quite a few of them.
90 seconds to play, 2nd and 9. Twin receivers right, a single to the boundary, the near side. And Balthrop just got held. Swanson throws toward the end zone for Cohee. Ball knocked away last minute. Great play over the top, and call interference on Andrew.
Where?
I thought they came over the top, made a nice play defensively. I thought Balthrop was held here in the backfield, no question. Maybe the officials just had a little mercy on some of these holding calls, but Balthrop had busted through. Again, it was on the far side of the field, so I can't tell you exactly if he got there with a hand a little bit early, but it looked like Andrew came over the top and made a pretty good play defensively. They're walking back. Probably going to mark it off. A little confusion. Again, lots of penalties tonight's game. C.J. Williams comes out of the Ardmore lineup. And it's got a little chippy on the field. Waiting for the official call. They're going to mark it off from the 33, the pass interference penalty, as we thought.
I didn't see which official threw it, but looking at the replay that I clicked, again, we're 100 yards away from it, but couldn't tell where it came from.
Tigers at the Cougar 18-yard line. 8 on top, 35-12, 1:17 to play. Swanson, the quarterback, shotgun. Couple step drop, and again, a whistle stops play. And guess who was blowing by the center into the backfield?
J.P. Coyle.
J.P. Coyle, explosive off the ball down there. The officials called a timeout.
I think two either had a mouthpiece out or hurt or something because he came off.
Singleton and Zayden Henderson go wide right to the near side of the field for Ardmore's Rudy Vargas. He's got man-to-man coverage by Patterson. Single setback will be Eric Fields. Swanson, direct snap, looking, flush. Nobody open downfield. Spins, being chased by two Cougars. Fired to the right sideline. It's caught. Took a lot of time, but it's finally caught for about a 6-yard pickup. Looks like Zayden Henderson hauled one in over there. Again, good coverage downfield. They had all they could do to sling it for 5 yards.
Yeah, they're doing a good job covering, and they got pressure again. Swanson showed off a little bit of his arm strength there. He threw that one a long way.
Cougars can continue this type of pressure. There'll be a lot of quarterbacks they play that won't be able to escape it as much as this one as the season goes on.
In my opinion, this is the best quarterback they'll face, in district play and whatnot.
2nd and 5. Swanson being chased again, almost brought down. Houdini's again, throws it toward the end zone, and it's going to be caught for an Ardmore touchdown. What a play. Well, that's just a big-time quarterback making a big-time play. He Houdini'd out of two would-be Cougars. They had him chased. Looks like they had him. Touchdown pass caught by Javon Singleton.
Yeah, that's tough because you're there. You've done everything right, and he just makes a play. And then anytime that scramble drill happens, he's on the same page with his receiver, and as a defender, you're just kind of guessing. And he was able to find him and make a good throw in the back of the end zone.
The good news, 39 seconds left. Ada leads at 35-18. Cal Swanson in the gun going for a 2-point conversion. Receivers 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 2-step drop. Flushes, rolls right, misses badly on the pass. Tried to throw it out in the flat, incomplete. So the PA, the 2-point conversion fails. Now,
hands.
All the Cougars got to do is recover an onside kick and run the clock out, leading 35-18.
Ardmore's got 2 timeouts left.
2 left. We'll take a break. 39 seconds to play, fourth quarter. 8-35, Ardmore 19. You're listening and watching the Cougars streaming live at KADARadio.net.
Liability of the Great Plains Kubota family to work for you. Visit any of our local dealerships to see how we can serve your equipment needs.
Keep your Kubota running at peak performance with routine maintenance from Great Plains Kubota. With the parts and service you trust, Great Plains Kubota will keep your Kubota equipment running like the day you brought it home.
Visit a Great Plains Kubota for Kubota sales, service, parts, and rentals, or visit us online at GreatPlainsKubota.com. That's GreatPlainsKubota.com.
39 seconds to play, 8-35-18 as Ardmore, started that drive with their own 19. It took them only 5 plays that time. 5 plays, 81 yards, 2 minutes, 11 seconds. Or make it, about a buck 51, a minute 51 seconds. Had a big play, though, on the initial play. From the 19, from the 34, from the 19 to the 34, 53, a 47-yard pass to start the drive, but end up in the end zone. But Ada leads it by 17 and just recover an onside kick and get back to Ada.
Yeah, just you got your hands team out there. Don't be a hero. Catch it and go down. And go eat your burgers on the bus.
You got them burgers coming?
Yes, there are Sonic burgers coming for the boys.
What are you feeding me after the game?
I got to drive. I got to do the coach's show, and now I got to feed you too.
Well, you might make it a trifecta for the week.
Oh, okay. The week's not even over.
Vargas will kick off. Ada has 10 guys within 18 yards of the football. Here's the onside kick. That one's a little different style. Going to go all the way to the back guy, and it's caught. Day back there and slides down at the 25. So they tried to bounce one through that time, and Day right there to get it. Cougars will take.
And a flag.
Kind of one of those appropriate endings. It's going to be on Ardmore. Didn't catch it.
Yep. Personal foul.
They've been a frustrated group tonight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they win 27-0 last year. I'm sure coming in with a lot of confidence, and they kind of got punched in the mouth. I hope this happens about 9 more times. But I don't think the Ada Cougars are going to be sneaking up on people after. I think people will take notice of this. And actually maybe this helps. They see the score, and it's not that bad.
Ada scored 7 points in the last 3 years against the Ardmore Tigers. 1-2 in that stretch.
Won 7-6.
7-0. Officially was that final. 35 tonight. 21 in the first half. Ada can go to victory formation. DeMontre Patterson back behind Carter Freeland, who's in the shotgun. Gallagher and Gilmore up, kind of beside over the guards, and they're going to call delay a game on the Cougars.
That's what it looks like.
Not that it really matters right now. They're marked 5 yards off again. We might as well end with 2 or 3 penalties. It's kind of been that night. Post-game show, stay with us. We've got a recap, some highlights, your final statistics. Freeland goes down on one knee, back at the 31-yard line.
Newby not calling a timeout.
Yeah.
The sportsmanlike thing to do with only 40 seconds left. It's not worth causing a ruckus.
The players will get together on the field. They will exchange, hopefully, pleasantries down there. And we're starting to see that a little bit now. Those guys that know each other. Kendra Grant, of course, just moved to Ardmore this last year, and saying hello to some former teammates and good friends down there. The Ada Cougars, watch the clock, my friends. The season has started 1-0. Cougars 35, the Ardmore Tigers 18. Congratulations to head coach Brad Osteen, Kobe Shamley, Wade Boyles, Robbie Powell, Stephen Caldwell, Johnny Gallagher set that on Ryan Madison, Brad Odom, Nathan McCurley. As I look down and the coaching staff to my left here, as I didn't read those to you earlier tonight like I said I was, so I wanted to get them in there. What a job they did, and these players executed. Cougars 35, Ardmore 18. The post-game show next. You're listening and watching the Cougars live at KADARadio.net.
Cougar football, presented by the Chickasaw Nation, along with First United Bank, Ada Nissan, CTS, T&W Tire, Wild Rose Place, Carter County Dodge and Hyundai, Vision Bank, Roma Italian Restaurant, Laser Zone, Hilltop Dodge, Simmons Bank, Great Plains Kubota, State Farm agent Don Carpenter, and Fitton Ford.
If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or maybe your vehicle needs a little attention, we're your one-stop shop.
Come score a new Nissan Pathfinder, completely redesigned and ready to hit the road with style and convenience.
And don't get penalized with high gas prices. The Nissan Altima will get you over 600 miles per tank.
And the MVP of the lineup, the new Nissan Rogue, with best in-class fuel economy and tech.
We are a proud supporter of the Ada Cougar Athletic Department, and we'd like to wish all of you a great season. Go Cougs!
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised. Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Don Carpenter, your State Farm agent in Ada for over 44 years today.
Ada's 2 Chickasaw travel stops are loaded with fast and convenient items to make your busy schedule a little less hectic. There's something for everyone. We've got a large selection of food choices, fuel that's ethanol-free, and fast and friendly service that you can appreciate, especially when kickoff is minutes away. Locate your Chickasaw travel stop, your one-stop shop, at the corner of Country Club and Lonnie Abbott Boulevard, or on the corner of Main Street and Ladder Road in Ada.
A strong defense, an aggressive offense, and ability to make the big plays. That's Vision Bank and the Ada Cougars. From the first kickoff to the final buzzer, the Cougars keep on working for excellence, and so does Vision Bank. From your first savings and checking account, your first car, your first home, all the way through to retirement, Vision Bank strives for your financial success. Ada Cougar football and Vision Bank, a winning combination. See the difference with Vision Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 402156.
Searching for a stress-free, no-hassle car buying experience? Then look no further than Hilltop Dodge.
From our well-knowledgeable sales staff to our qualified service department, here at Hilltop Dodge, we strive to deliver the best customer satisfaction. Here at Hilltop Dodge, we are huge supporters of the Ada Cougar football team and want to wish them good luck on their season. So come on down to Hilltop Dodge and experience what car buying is supposed to feel like.
Come in and see us at 1109 North Broadway in Ada.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
Welcome back to Noble Stadium in Ardmore, where the Ada Cougars have done it tonight over the Ardmore Tigers, 35-18, sprinted to a 21-0 first half lead, and just Ardmore made some big plays in the second half there in the fourth quarter, but Ada controlled this game pretty much from the beginning after that long drive on their opening possession, and then it just really sustained it and get the W.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say held on for the win.
No.
It's a perfect kind of win. You came out, you dominate a half, in a coach's eyes, you give up some stuff in the second half, so you know what they get to do now? They get to coach all week. They get to come out of a win with coaching material. I don't know if you guys can see. You can obviously see that the players are excited, but look at the group of fans as Bridges pans over. A lot of students here. Noticed it when they were playing light up there at the beginning of the fourth quarter. A lot of students here. Of course, the band, the cheerleaders, the Cougars, a lot of parents. But everybody's really excited, and it's cool to see the excitement back on the sideline over there.
It really is. It's awesome to see as the Cougars go off, and they'll be happy group tonight. Did you happen to get the highlight of the Xander Ryan's block punt?
Yeah, No, we didn't get it.
Okay, didn't want to make sure the
got the very end of it. We didn't get the.
It's all right. That's all right. The Cougars. So the second half recap. Ada led 21-0 at halftime. Ardmore got the ball to start the second half. They started at their own 33-yard line. Got a first down on the first play of the half. Eventually would reach the 50. It was a 10-yard run by C.J. Williams. Eventually would reach the 50-yard line, and then a couple penalties, and they stalemated and had to punt for their own 45. And Rudy Vargas had the ball taken right off the top of his foot by Xander Rhines, who found a gap and rushed through, blocked the punt, and Ada would take over after the blocked punt at the 21-yard line in Ardmore territory. That would set up Day for a 5-yard run to the 16, and he got 5 more on second down to the 11, and then on third down and short, he got 5 more down to the 6-yard line. 3 straight carries by Gilmore. Patterson then took it to the 2-yard line on a 4-yard run, and the Cougars had second down and goal at the 4-yard line, and Caden Gallagher would get into the end zone. Center, Rhines and Gallagher are kind of the sniffer backs right and left. Here's a handoff to Gallagher, headed toward the end zone, running right, touchdown, Ada! Oh, a beautiful play from the left side. Gallagher was set up and came the end zone, and the Ada Cougars led at 28-0 after Walker's extra point. Ardmore would finally get on the scoreboard on their next possession. They took over at their own 30-yard line. They went 70 yards on 15 plays. Took them 5 minutes, 39 seconds, so they averaged about 4.5 yards a play and took half the quarter off the clock. And that was, you don't want to give up points, but hey, they took half the quarter, and now you still lead 28-6 after the extra point by Vargas hit the upright, and it was no good. Ada's next possession of the half started at the 41-yard line, and at 58 seconds left in the third quarter, leading at 28-6. They would go with Patterson for 9 yards, DeMontre, and then a pass to Jack Morris to the 14 on a slant on 2nd and 1 on a great play call. Jack hauled it in from the 36-yard line. Rhines would run it down to the 32-yard line for Ada, and Patterson would get a first down. DeMontre on a 11-yard run to the 21-yard line. Cougars would eventually get down to the 1-yard line, and a 9-play, 59-yard drive was culminated by DeMontre Patterson. Penalty.
Yeah.
All right. Cougars tried to get the end zone. Freeland under center. Man in motion's Patterson. Freeland going to hand it off to DeMontre. Touchdown, Ada!
Look
Patterson
for a crack.
On a little handoff. That wing T running left. Cut up. In the end zone, it was 35-12. They failed on the 2-point conversion. They recovered an onside kick, and then would turn it over on the next possession. They did recover an onside kick. Did not score after that possession, but late in the half, on a 5-play, 81-yard drive, Ardmore would get in the end zone again on a 13-yard touchdown pass to Javon Singleton. Again, Cal Swanton, or the quarterback, just did a great job getting out of the pocket. Swanson and making a great pass to Singleton. Again, the 2-point conversion failed, and Ada wins the game by a final count of 35-18. Cougars are 1-0. Ardmore drops to 1-1 with the loss. All-time record now in the series, 49-48-2 Cougars. Guess what next year is between these two teams at Ada?
The Centennial.
The Centennial between these two great rivalries. This is Cougar Football, streaming live at K88radio.net. Trey Kinley has your final statistics for you after this timeout.
Sales and Rental is your premier wedding and party rental resource in the Ada, Oklahoma area, bringing you the best for your wedding or other special event with the most unique and current trends available. Our experienced and helpful staff will help coordinate all of your ideas into the wedding of your dreams. And don't forget, we cater for all types of events: birthdays, anniversaries, graduation, prom, retirement, family reunions, and fundraiser supplies for schools and nonprofit groups. You'll find it all at Ada Sales and Rental.
Hello, I'm Keith Frazier, store manager at T&W Tire, 500 East Main here in Ada.
And I'm Jamie. We would like to remind you if you have any tire needs, whether it be farm, ranch, tractor trailer, or your personal vehicle, we can help you pick out the right tire for you. We also offer 24-hour roadside service and can change your oil, put on brakes, shocks, or align your front end.
We are your authorized Michelin tire dealer with dozens of other tire brands available. T&W Tire, not just a tire store, but a whole lot more. Call 332-5145.
There's maroon, gold, black, white. They all have things in common. School pride, friendly competition, bringing home the win, and the full support of Laser Zone Family Fun Center. Head on over to celebrate that win. There's bowling, laser tag, an arcade, mini golf, and more. Laser Zone is where the school spirit is flat.
Ada Cougars. We at Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai are some of your biggest fans. We know that you're not only excelling today on the fields, but in gyms, on stage, and in the classrooms. But you are also going to be tomorrow's great leaders. Embrace it and enjoy it. From your friends, neighbors, and automotive experts, Carter County Dodge and Carter County Hyundai in Ardmore. Remember, if it doesn't say Carter County, you paid too much.
Simmons Bank presents Banking Made Easy. With our powerful mobile banking app and online banking, at the touch of a finger, you can make deposits or pay bills, view account balances and transaction history, keep a close eye on your money with helpful alerts, even customize features just the way you want them. And with our contactless Visa credit and debit cards, you can just look, tap, and go. Convenient banking from Simmons Bank. Easy, fast, and secure. Learn more at simmonsbank.com/easy.
When it comes to delicious, you can't beat Roma's Italian Restaurant. And the service starts with a gracious host the moment you walk in the door. Start with their unforgettable garlic knots and butter. Order the lobster ravioli, homemade lasagna, or baked ziti. Maybe you're hungry for a pizza pie, calzone, or stromboli. Enjoy a mouth-watering ribeye, chicken fettuccine alfredo, or chicken piccata. But whatever you do, save room for the dessert. Roma's in Ada's North Hill Center, catering and DoorDash available. Call Roma's at 279-1295.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
Welcome back to Noble Stadium at Ardmore. A victorious Friday night for the Ada Cougars under the Friday night lights, 35-18 over their arch rival, the Ardmore Tigers. Really never in doubt tonight from Ardmore. 21-0 first quarter lead, and the Cougars came out in the second half, kept their foot on the gas. Ardmore, they're good. They're a good football team. They showed some, they got a real good quarterback, a lot of speed, got a couple fourth quarter touchdowns on some big plays. But the Cougars, really all aspects, played well and disciplined for the most part. Played with gap integrity for most. Played their assignments. Wasn't worried about making the tackle if they were supposed to bounce somebody outside, and so the Cougars could chase them down. They did, and you saw that all night long, Trey. And also got it from a variety of guys. We had multiple players play tonight, multiple freshmen, but the bodies were fresh, moving in and out, and they all gave a great effort and contribution.
Yeah, it was a total team effort, going from the coaching staff to the even the training staff. We had one kid cramp up. George cramped up, but he never cramped up again. So that tells me that the training staff knew what to do to keep him, to get him rehydrated, to get him past that. Because normally when somebody cramps, they're going to deal with it the rest of the game. So, I mean, it was a total team effort, and kudos to the fans. They showed up. There was a lot of students here. Like I said a minute ago, the band did well. Cougars cheerleaders. The broadcast team was phenomenal. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that, am I?
You and Jeremy and Bridges Velarde on the camera. I'm telling you, Bridges, you can say it. Because Bridges Velarde and you guys did a tremendous job. And you really did. Appreciate your hard work tonight. Cougar football final. And Jeremy Marr on the stats over there, out of breath, running up the steps a few minutes ago, but he made it. Jeremy, good job. Has delivered the final numbers to you.
Yeah, Ardmore team stats, 20 first downs, which we saw, which is a key. That's one of the reasons why we won. Because when Ardmore only has 5 or 6 first downs, that means they're going deep, deep, deep. The fact that they had 20 first downs means we made their drives be methodical.
Good point.
Other than some plays there late in the game. 38 rushes for 144 yards, so less than 4 yards a carry. They had 17 out of 23 as a team for 190 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 fumble. Didn't lose it, though. Here's kind of a deceiving stat. 17 penalties for 121 yards. If they were anywhere else on the field, it'd be 17 penalties for about 170 yards, but they only got 6-inch penalties down here in the end zone. 4th down conversions, 2 out of 3. 3rd down conversions, it says 417, but I think that's what we were talking about with all those penalties, so I'll have to figure that out. The app sometimes confuses myself. Swanson was, 17 out of 22. That Calvin Mendoza was actually 1 out of 1. You're right. Jeremy just showed me a message. They had 2 fumbles and we recovered 1.
Yeah, interception and a fumble and a block punt, which are 3.
Swanson had all of the yards passing. He had a good game, and he beat us several times just by himself with his feet. He's a good quarterback. I don't like I said earlier in the broadcast, I don't know that we'll see another one as good as him. Just tip your cap to him. Zayden Henderson had 5 catches for 64 yards. C.J. Williams 4 for 51. Jackson Hurt 2 for 31. Tavin Richards 1 for 25. Javin Singleton 3 for 14. Ja'Cory Halstead 1 for 5, and Kylan Cohey only had 1 catch for 0 yards. And then rushing, they had Eric Fields led them, 12 carries, 68 yards. C.J. Williams 14 for 53. Swanson had 9 for 29. Cohey had 1 for 5. Ada on the team side had 16 first downs, 30 rushes for 103 yards, just about 3 yards a carry. Had some sacks, had a loss on that first wing tee, but like I talked about during the broadcast, that sets up the deep passes. So you'll take a 3-yard run, you'll take a 2-yard run, you'll even take a 5-yard loss if it opens up a 68-yard touchdown. CJ was 10 out of 13 for 177 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, had 1 fumble, didn't lose it. 6 penalties for 52 yards, and we had 3 on the first drive, right?
Yes.
So the rest of the game, 3 penalties, which is really good.
You talk about keeping composure.
Yeah.
What was going on the field, the Cougars able to stay composed and not be the team that blew up tonight with their responses out there.
5 of 9 on 3rd down, 1 of 2 on 4th down, and then individually, CJ 10 to 13 for $177, 2 touchdowns. Andrew had 3 for 116. Jack had 6 for 50. DeMontre had 1 for 11. And then Darius led the way, 14 carries, 59 yards. KK had 3 for 23. Xander had 3 for 14. DeMontre had 5 for 10. JB Coyle had that run there in the 4th quarter, 1 for 6. Fisher had 1 for 0. I think his dad shorted him a yard there, but we'll see. CJ had 3 for -9 with the sacks, but good sacks. Took the sack when he needed to, and that wraps up the stats.
So the Cougars were opportunistic. They forced the 2 turnovers, had the block punt, scored touchdowns on 2 of the 3 exchanges there. The interception and the block punt resulted in Cougar touchdowns tonight.
Well, and the interception did too.
The interception and the block punt.
Okay.
It resulted in the Cougar touchdown. They didn't score on the fumble recovery by Caden Balthrop. 35-18 Ada, one final break. We'll come back, tell you what's ahead next week. This is Cougar Football, streaming at K80aradio.net.
Liability of the Great Plains Kubota family to work for you. Visit any of our local dealerships to see how we can serve your equipment needs.
Keep your Kubota running at peak performance with routine maintenance from Great Plains Kubota. With the parts and service you trust, Great Plains Kubota will keep your Kubota equipment running like the day you brought it home.
Visit a Great Plains Kubota for Kubota sales, service, parts, and rentals, or visit us online at GreatPlainsKubota.com. That's GreatPlainsKubota.com.
Football season is here.
So it's time to shift into September.
Get the perfect truck for tailgating with a brand new F-150, Maverick, or Ranger. You can even power the whole party with the F-150 Lightning. Buy any vehicle this month and get entered to win 2 OSU or OU football tickets.
One more thing, Morgan. Oh yeah, don't forget to tell them Morgan sent ya.
Ben Ford Lincoln of Ada is your best deal dealer. Learn more at benford.com.
This is Lucas Clark, president of First United Bank here in Ada. We measure success not just with numbers, but with a commitment to faith, financial well-being, personal development, and wellness. It's how we spend life wisely. If that doesn't sound like a bank, welcome to First United. Learn more at spendlifewisely.com. Proud supporter of the Ada Cougars, member FDIC.
Tribal citizens are Oklahomans, our neighbors. They make a critical difference in community after community, helping schools, building roads, expanding healthcare, benefiting everyone. We are united for Oklahoma, committed to mutual respect, shared strength, and productive partnerships. To join the conversation, visit unitedforoklahoma.com.
If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or maybe your vehicle needs a little attention, we're your one-stop shop.
Come score a new Nissan Pathfinder, completely redesigned and ready to hit the road with style and convenience.
And don't get penalized with high gas prices. The Nissan Altima will get you over 600 miles per tank.
And the MVP of the lineup, the new Nissan Rogue, with best in-class fuel economy and tech.
We are a proud supporter of the Ada Cougar Athletic Department, and we'd like to wish all of you a great season. Go Cougs!
I was surprised.
I was definitely surprised.
Yep, we had no idea. Totally surprised. Can you say jaw drop?
Who knew? State Farm, with these great rates?
The surprise everyone's talking about is the surprisingly great rates for home and auto insurance from State Farm, especially when you combine them.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Don Carpenter, your State Farm agent in Ada for over 44 years today.
Ada High School Sports is presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
Welcome back to Noble Stadium. The final time under the Friday night lights in Ardmore, Oklahoma, where the Ada Cougars have turned it on tonight. 35-18, winning their season opener against Ardmore. And we'll tell you what's coming up next week. Quickly, just a quick look at the scoreboard, maybe some games, just a handful of games that may be of interest in our new district. These are all non-district games. Stillwell 20, Roland 7 tonight. That's a final. Of course, Ada beat Ardmore here 35-18. Long Grove came from behind and beat Medill 21-17 tonight. Medill in our district. Fort Gibson got hammered by Berry Hill 48-13 tonight. And a few other scores, if we can find a couple more down the way. Broken Bow out of the 4A4 district beat Durant 30-6. Durant will be Ada's opponent in 2 weeks in their home opener. And that is what we have. Don't see any at Poto. Hilldale beat Edison Prep 44-6. Nothing on Poto. Don't know if they played tonight or not, or played last night. Don't see any score on them. But that's
McAllister plays tomorrow.
Okay, McAllister plays tomorrow.
They're playing in Louisiana.
That's right. Down in. So then that's the Ada next opponent. So McAllister play. Well, they'll have a short work week coming back from Louisiana, and the Cougars go to play McAllister, who was state runner-ups a year ago, and ranked number 1 in 5A to start this year. Win their opening game against Broken Bow. Play tomorrow in Louisiana, and then the Cougars go Hooks Eagle Stadium next Friday night. Trey at 7:30. We'll be there 7 o'clock for the pregame show.
Yeah, it ought to be a good one. A lot of bad taste in the mouth last year for Ada, just like with this game. So hopefully we go 2 for 2 in avenging bad tastes.
Got a chance as this Cougar team going to go into this week of practice believing and knowing that what they're capable of. They've been told that for 12 months now, and they've been working hard to get to this point, and they got it done tonight. Cougar football tonight brought to you by First United Bank, T&W Tire Center, Roma's Italian Restaurant, Laser Zone Family Fun Center, Vision Bank, Fenton Ford, Chickasaw Travel Stops, Ada Sales and Rental, Ada Nissan, Hilltop Dodge, Simmons Bank, Carter County Dodge, Great Plains Kubota, State Farm Insurance, Don Carpenter, your agent. Trey's been a fun night.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Look forward to
Let's do this again next week.
Let's do it. Next Friday night in the McAllister. For Trey Kinley, Bridges Velarde, great job on camera, and Jeremy Mars, statistician. Till next week from Hooks Eagle Stadium in McAllister, 7 o'clock pregame. I'm Kenny Morrison. Final score for the final time. Ada 35, Ardmore 18. God bless. Good night, everybody.
This has been Ada Cougar Football, presented by the Chickasaw Nation. Brought to you in part by First United Bank, Ada Nissan, CTS, T&W Tire, Wild Rose Place, Carter County Dodge and Hyundai, Vision Bank, Roma Italian Restaurant, Laser Zone, Hilltop Dodge, Simmons Bank, Great Plains Kubota, State Farm Agent Don Carpenter, and Fenton Ford. Ada Cougar Football, a presentation of Cool 99.3 and AdaSports.net.